Okay, we're live now. Don't know what was going on with OBS there, but we should be good, I think. I think we're okay. Let me make sure we're in business. Might be a YouTube thing, I don't know. Alright, we're good. Henderson's gonna pop up the second pitch of the game to shallow center field. And caught, I'm assuming by Jeremy Pena, because he's usually their shortstop for the Astros. Yes, Jeremy Pena. He makes the out there. Okay, let me test. Okay, we are all good. I don't know why OBS and YouTube are giving me these error messages. We look fine. So, all right. First game back out of the All-Star break for everyone except for the Phillies and Mets who played yesterday. Pitch number 1 to Adley Rutschman is in there for a strike from Peter Lambert. I believe that's his name. Adley Rutschman coming off of his third career All-Star appearance. Takes a slurve for ball 1. Hang on, I gotta switch around my stuff. Next pitch from Lambert is going to be actually hit Adley Rutschman. It's another slurve that kind of bounces off his shin protector on the back leg. So Adley Rutschman earns first base there on the hit by pitch. So Lambert, it's been not too bad of a 2026, all things considered, though not a good pitch there. There was a whole lot of pitches. StatCast has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. StatCast has 9 pitches listed for Lambert at the moment. Throws four-seamer up to Taylor Ward for ball 1. So Lambert throws a four-seamer, changeup, slider, cutter, sinker, sweeper, slurve, and curveball. So a little bit of everything, to say the least. But he's 8-5 with a 3.14 ERA at the moment. There's strike 1 on a sinker to Taylor Ward. Sinker is actually used a good bit against righties. But we are officially in half number 2 of the 2026 season. Both teams, Astros and Orioles, maybe not having the best season, or maybe not the greatest season, even the good season. I'll get there eventually. Sweeper there is strike 2 to Taylor Ward, 1 and 2. But bit of disappointing seasons probably for both these teams so far, though I'd say both of them are getting a bit better as of late. Astros had a pretty slow start. Both teams actually had pretty slow starts. Ward takes outside on the sweeper for ball 2. Astros 47-51, they're third in the AL West. Orioles are 46-51, so they've played one less game than the Astros. Same amount of losses, one less win for the O's. O's are fourth in the AL East. AL East a bit more competitive than the AL West. Ward is going to swing and miss on the four-seamer at the top of the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Lambert, out number 2 for this first inning. Dean Kramer on the mound for the Orioles coming up. Pete Alonso at the plate at the moment, though, for the O's. Alonso's having a nice season. Sitting number 4 in terms of RBIs, I believe, in the American League. Takes strike 1 on a slurve there. Alonso with 65 RBIs is what it just said. And the American League leader in RBIs as well is on Houston in Yordan Alvarez, who's been having an incredibly good season. We'll get to him later. Alonso on the 0-1. We'll line this one over to Jeremy Pena at shortstop, who kind of boots it a little bit, though the throw over to first base will still be in time. Alonso not a very fast runner. And Pena is able to keep the ball in front of him. And I don't need to pin Microsoft Edge to my taskbar. You can go away. There we go. So the 1 out hit by pitch is nothing more for Peter Lambert as he gets through 1 over the minimum there. No hits yet for the O's as we go to the bottom of the first. Orioles currently riding their longest win streak of the season. They've won 4 in a row coming into today. Though with the 4-day off or like with the All-Star break, essentially they throw that in there. But ever since last Thursday, when they beat the Cubs 3-2, they've won. They swept the Kansas City Royals. Saw last week on stream, they won that one there. Actually played probably their best overall series, I'd say, of the season against Kansas City to wrap up the pre-All-Star break stretch. See if they can carry that momentum in to the second half. Unfortunately, they did lose. Blaze Alexander did Baltimore. In that final game, he was hit by a pitch it initially hit his, I believe, shoulder guard and then ricocheted into his left hand by Lucas Urseg, who quick pitched him late in the game, which was really stupid. And so Blaze Alexander is going to be out for probably a month or so due to that broken hand. Hopefully when he comes back, he still plays as well as he was going into the break and that injury, because he was playing incredibly well. Easily their best hitter over the course of like June and early July. For now, though, we go to the Astros. Jeremy Pena, Jordan Alvarez, Itzhak Paredes, the leadoff batters for Houston. Baltimore also called up, I believe, Christian Encarnacion Strand, former Cincinnati Red, I want to say. Yeah, he was acquired from the Cincinnati Reds for cash considerations back in April. So he's kind of replacing the utility infielder type of thing that Blaze Alexander was at. But Pena, who I believe dealt with a little bit of injuries early on in the season, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he didn't really play all that much in April due to injuries, but he's been a pretty regular fixture since. Had a great June, hit over almost 319, or hit 319, almost 320 in June. 865 OPS in that month, though. He did, I guess, have another injury because he only played 3 games, and it was that last series in July. Did not have a good series there. But leads off for Houston here has been good in his career for Houston, that's for sure. Takes ball 1 on a sinker below the zone. Dean Kramer, who is back from injury. This is, I believe, his 3rd start back since coming back from a hamstring injury. Been a 1 good start, 1 bad start since the return. Throws a sinker outside for ball 2. Primarily throws that sinker actually to lefties, not a ton to righties. Throws a good mix of everything to righties. Pena is a righty. Kramer only his 5th start of the season, 1-2 in that record, 4.09 ERA. There's cutter just below the zone, ball 3. So 3 straight balls to open up the game for Dean. Pena 1 for 15 against Dean Kramer, interestingly enough, though in the best count in the world, 3-0. Kramer throws splitter, 4-seamer, sinker, curse, clutter, and slider. There's the 4-seamer right in the zone, 91. Just kind of throwing that one over to get it in there. Gets him a strike. First one of the night for Dean. Let's see where... Yeah, there he is. So 3-1 to Pena is going to be grounded foul on the sinker, so it's back to now to a full count. But yeah, his 3rd start since the return from injury. His 1st start against Chicago 2 weeks ago was very good. Actually, against the White Sox, I should say, was very good. The one against the Cubs, the other Chicago team, that sinker is just a little low, so leadoff walk for Jeremy Pena. The start last time around, back on last Wednesday, the 8th, was not nearly as good. Gave up 4 home runs in the game. All 4 of those were the 4 runs he gave up over the course of 5 innings. Had only given up 1 run the previous start against the White Sox. Hello again, Kevin. So now brings up Jordan Alvarez, who is the front runner by a good bit for AL MVP. 318 batting average, 31 home runs, 70 RBIs, 1,059 OPS. Basically just leads every category in hitting this season. He's 1 behind in total home runs compared to Kyle Schwarber, but he's been a bit more of an efficient hitter than Kyle Schwarber. Takes strike 1 on the sinker. The only solace was that last time the Orioles and the Astros played back at the end of April, Jordan actually did not have a very good series against the O's, but he's only gotten better. So I would not expect him to stay cold against the O's for long, which is unfortunate. Takes another really good fastball there, top right corner of the zone. So he's down a quick 0-2. Kramer showing no fear against Yordan Alvarez. But you want power, Yordan's got you. You want contact, Yordan's got you. You want just anything, Yordan's got you. He's just incredibly good right now. Takes a sinker below the zone for ball one. Easily been the best hitter for Houston. Actually showing it right now, so it's I was about to say this as well, is that so Yordan's hitting really well. The rest of the team, besides Yordan, batting average 233, on base percentage 301. It's the rest of the team has not been nearly as good as Yordan. So he's kind of been most of their offense. Took a sinker or cutter there for ball two below the zone. So Kramer's not having a great job at locating the strike zone at the moment. Obviously walked Jeremy Pena to start, now 2-2 against Yordan. Next pitch is going to be knocked high in the air, pretty deep. At the warning track, cows are at the wall. It'll be ricochet off the wall, kind of off the hand of Taylor Ward. And Jeremy Pena is going to race home on the RBI double from Yordan Alvarez. That ball just kept carrying and carrying. And yep, Kevin was talking about Blaze Alexander earlier, but yeah, he's out for at least a month, if not more, with a broken hand. Also realized the box score. There we go. That was four-seamer from the looks of it at the bottom of the zone. Yordan just pops it up, and it just carries and carries. Not quite a home run, but more than enough to get Jeremy Pena in as it ricochets off the wall. So still no outs here in the bottom of the first for Dean Kramer, as he's already given up a run. First time he's given up a run not on a homer since his return from injury. Zach Paredes, 254 batting average, 12 home runs, 49 RBIs, 766 OPS. Playing third base for Houston, batting from the right side. Ready on ready matchup here. Swings and misses at a cutter for strike one. But honestly, like, you give up an RBI to Yordan. It is what it is. It wasn't a homer, so that's kind of a win. Still not a good feeling, but with how Yordan's been hitting, it's you take what you can get, and if it's only a double, then it's okay. But it looked like it was going to be a pop fly when it came off the bat, and then it just kept going, and that's just kind of what Yordan does. He's just insanely good. I guess he must have declined the invitation to the home run derby as well. Paredes is going to knock this one over into right field for a base hit. That will get Yordan to third base. Yordan's not exactly the fastest guy in the world, so runners at the corners. Still nobody out for Dean Kramer. Not off to a good start whatsoever. That looked like might have been a cutter that just hangs up a little bit. Yeah, Dean is in fact getting creamed. But I mean, I don't know. Like, if you trade him, who do you slot in at that fifth rotation spot? Because there's been so many injuries for the O's at this point. I don't know. Like, do they recall Trey Gibson? He didn't have a good stretch at the end. And I mean, Kramer has good appearances. He's just not pitching well at the moment. Does throw a strike one to Christian Walker, who's hitting 237, 20 home runs, 58 RBIs, 775 OPS. So he's been playing pretty well overall. I think has been better lately. Former Arizona Diamondback, if I remember correctly. We'll take a cutter just outside for ball one. It was his April was actually really good. After that, it's been up and down. It's been kind of a steady decline since April for Christian Walker. The first baseman for Houston. Double play would be ideal here. You give up the run, but also get two outs here. Just any kind of out would be nice for Kramer. Still does not have one yet. 1-1 for Christian Walker at the moment. Will swing and miss on the curveball for strike two. So now you hunt strikeout here. But there hasn't been too many favorable counts for Kramer so far tonight. When he's been in the zone, it's been getting hit hard, or really just hit out. Nothing really on the ground so far. And then he's been missing a lot as well. There's a strikeout, though, on the splitter. So there's finally the first out of the night. Kramer gets Christian Walker down on strikes, brings up Jose Altuve. Splitter that just is in the zone, but Christian Walker did not see it all that well, got out in front of it. So now a double play gets you out of the inning with only 1 run given up, which would be really nice. Altuve hitting .235, 11 home runs, 27 RBIs, 710 OPS. It's not been the usual season for Jose Altuve, though still a very dangerous hitter. The garden gnome, so to speak, given his short stature, takes outside on the sinker for ball 1, but legend in Houston Astros history, part of the 2 World Series winning teams. I believe he's on the 2017 team, but he was definitely on the 2021 team, or 2022 team, not 2021. Takes outside on a cutter skipped over in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Great pick by Adley Rutschman to save it. That would have drawn in run number 2 had that passed by him. But Kramer behind Altuve at the moment. Definitely hunting a ground ball to the infield. That is the ideal scenario here. There is a strike on the cutter. Might have been a little outside, but we'll certainly take the strike call. 20 pitches for Dean at the moment. 1 run given up. Runners again on first and third. 1 out now. Barring a double play, it will be Lamont Wade Jr. up to bat after Jose Altuve. There is strike 2 on a sinker. No swing. Great pitch from Kramer there. Sinker has been the pitch of choice so far tonight. Astros, they're showing 72 grounds into double plays this season, tied most in all of them in the American League. So that is good news for Dean, at least. So on pitch 22 on the 2-2 count, it is outside with a cutter for ball 3. So full count now for Altuve. Walk would load the bases. And again, the lefty Lamont Wade Jr. on deck. The left fielder for Houston, Altuve playing second base. So pretty much the entire infield for Houston has come up to bat to start. Full count now is going to be lined over to Gunnar Henderson at second, or short. Throw to second is in time, and first in time, double play. So looked like it was going to be a hard liner up the middle, but it curled just enough to Gunnar Henderson, and he turns the 6-4-3 double play. So not a very pretty first inning whatsoever by Dylan Dean Kramer, but only 1 run given up. And given the state of things, I'll take that. I'll take only giving up the RBI double to Yordan Alvarez, because that's fine. You know, I mean, Yordan can obviously beat you alone. He's just that good. But the O's have been playing well enough on offense that just conceding 1 run to Yordan is... It's okay. You can deal with that. The O's do need to get some offense, though. They do not have a hit yet. It's only been 1 hit by pitcher, and or hit by pitch, and that's been it. Yeah, definitely don't need that type of pitch count for the game going forward. Obviously, given the state of the given the All-Star break, everyone's bullpen is rested. But yeah, I agree, Kevin. Hopefully, he can turn a quick 3 outs. Next inning will be Wade Jr.'s, I think it's Cade Smith, or not Cade Smith. Cade Smith's a reliever for the Guardians. But Wade Jr., Smith, and Spence. I'm actually going to look up the first names because I do not know. Who are you? Cam Smith. There we go. Okay. It's like, could not find him on the roster as well. And then Spence is, what is your first name? Where is he on this? I don't see him on ESPN's Spence. Is this his first at bat? I don't. Lucas Spence. Oh, I think this is actually. Oh, wow. So this is going to be the season debut and actually major league debut for Lucas Spence for Houston. He'll be up to bat next inning. Meanwhile, Samuel Basayo takes ball 1 upstairs on the cutter from Peter Lambert. Basayo hitting .248 on the season, 16 home runs, 46 RBIs, 772 OPS. Been having a very nice full first season in the bigs. Obviously debuted in September last year, so this is still his rookie season by definition. Will swing and miss on the slider. I guess that first pitch was actually called a strike at the top of the zone, so it's an 0-2 count. Looked like that first pitch was above the zone. Yeah, it's season or the schedule is not exactly easy for those here to end off July. As Messiah is going to swing and miss on the slider, so he goes down on 3 straight pitches. But I agree, Kevin. The schedule is tough, and O's definitely need to pick up some games. They're obviously riding some momentum. Longest winning streak of the season at the moment, 4 games, though down 1-0 at the moment. So Basayo gets cut down by the versatile Peter Lambert. Again, throws, according to Baseball Savant, 9 pitches. A little bit of everything. Brings up Dylan Beavers, who is the right fielder for today. For the O's, at least to start. Bats from the left side. Will take first pitch strike on a changeup in the zone bottom right corner. Good pitch there from Lambert. Beavers hitting .233, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs, 669 OPS. Missed a good chunk of the season with an injury. So it's not been a huge sample size for Dylan. Takes inside on the slider for ball 1. Let's see. Who was I going to look up? Oh, yeah, I was going to look up Peter Lambert. His stats. So Lambert, 86 innings pitched coming into today. Throws a changeup at the top of the zone for strike 2. No swing again. Dylan's going to challenge this one and lose this. So actually been one of the better pitchers for Houston this season. Actually, they're by WAR, he is their best starting pitcher. 3.14 ERA. Yeah. 15 games pitched, 15 starts, 6 quality starts, 8-5 on the season, 86 innings pitched, 11 home runs given up, 33 walks issued to 81 strikeouts. This was again coming into today. So Beavers lose the challenge, is at 2-2 at the moment. Will take a called strike 3 that did just barely clip the zone. That was absolutely perfect pitch on the changeup there. Just unfair to Dylan Beavers right there. Like, could not have located that pitch any better for Peter Lambert, who is rolling so far through an inning in 2/3. Again, his only base runner allowed is the Adley Rutschman hit by pitch. Colton Cowser takes strike 1 on the changeup. Lambert's been pounding that outside part of the zone to righties. Cowser hitting .214, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs, 653 OPS. Had a good stretch in the middle of May. We'll pop this one foul, 0-2. But has slumped again here in July. Started off season not good, kind of rode the bench for a bit, then started heat up a little bit around like late April, early to mid-May, then cooled off again. Definitely a disappointing season at the plate for Colton Cowser, though his defense has been spectacular out in center field. The 0-2 at the moment is outside on the changeup for ball 1. No surprise that Lambert's going hard on the changeup, as Cowser has historically been like just absolutely awful against changeups. A great fastball hitter. Will ground this slider over to Jose Altuve at second. Was shaded very much towards the first base bag, so in perfect position there on the hard grounder. So 3 up, 3 down for Peter Lambert. Still no hits for the O's. We go to the bottom of the second. So up to bat after that for the O's will be Kobe Mayo, Jackson Holiday, and then Gunnar Henderson back around to start. That will be the top of the third. For now, though, Kramer's going to have to look for a scoreless inning here as we move on. Also, going to take a peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. Move my charging cable around. So, because this game is starting at an hour later, since it's over in Central Time Zone, had a lot of games start already. We actually had the Red Sox and Rays play a doubleheader today, make up from a May 9th game that I guess got rained out. So Red Sox actually won 10-0 over the Rays in their first game, which is kind of not ironic, but symbolic. That's the word. It's symbolic of the Red Sox because they are currently on a 10-game winning streak coming into or going through the All-Star break. They had won 9 in a row going into the break and destroyed the Rays to start out. They're currently up 4-3 in that game 2 of the doubleheader. The Red Sox have completely rebounded to be competitive again after a dismal start. I don't know if it's next week, but I know in a couple weeks coming up, we'll see the Red Sox on stream. I always play them on a Friday night soon-ish. But yeah, O's, Astros. So Yankees up 1-0 over the Dodgers, top of the 6th there in New York. White Sox up 5-2 over the Blue Jays in Toronto, end of the 4th. Braves up 6-0 at home over the Rangers, top of the 5th. Marlins and Brewers in Milwaukee, scoreless through 4. Through the middle of 4. The Cubs are up 1-0 at home against the Twins, bottom of the 2nd. Royals, same thing, up 1-0 bottom of the 2nd against the Padres at home. And then that's it for active games. Dean Kramer throws first pitch curveball, strike 1 to Lamont Wade Jr., hitting .250 on the season. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 794 OPS. Batting from the left side. I assume Lamont Wade Jr. has not played a ton. Yeah, he's not. Takes upstairs on the 4-seamer for ball 1. But we also have Reds, Rockies, Tigers, Angels, Cardinals, Diamondbacks, Nats, A's, Giants, Mariners as the other games, and then Pirates and Guardians got postponed. Yeah, Lamont Wade Jr. has not seen action until... Didn't see a first game until June. That I don't know if it's from injury or if he was like down in AAA or not. But then only played in 4 games in June, and then has now basically been a more steady fixture in July. Fouled off a pitch for strike 2 as well, so it's 1-2 is the count for Lamont Wade Jr. And that is below the zone on the splitter for ball 2. It's crazy that a team who had fired everyone just turns the team around and immediately they go on an absolute tear. I mean, it wasn't immediate, but it is pretty crazy, like, the run the Red Sox have been on as of late. I think it's that they're like finally stopped underachieving. Their offense has gotten a lot better. As that pitch is outside on the splitter, ball 3. So Wade has worked himself back into a full count now. But they're like the rotation for the Red Sox has been really good this season. That's been a pretty steady fixture. Like Sonny Gray has been really good. They've dealt with a lot of injuries, especially on the pitching front. But they're getting a lot more consistent now. And this Wade is going to ground this one just foul over the first base line. I wish the O's could go on a 10-game winning streak right now. I mean, who knows? Maybe they could. If they win tonight, they'd be halfway there. But I mean, the O's are just so hot and cold, and like they just really struggle to get momentum. So we'll see. But right now they gotta solve Peter Lambert, and Dean's gotta buckle down a little bit more. Again, full count against Lamont Wade Jr. That one is upstairs, so back-to-back innings with a leadoff walk. That fastball was high. Not a good way to start your inning either way. So walk number 2 for the Astros. Brings up Cam... no, not Cam Smith. Yes, Cam Smith. Sorry. Who was I looking at? Cam Smith hitting .218 on the season. .669 batting average. Takes below the zone with a sinker for ball 1. I feel like Adley should probably go out and have a chat with Dean soon. Tell him to actually throw some strikes. 12 home runs, 34 RBIs for Cam Smith. Pretty regular player, just not having a great season at the plate at the moment. Little swing and miss on the sinker for strike 1. Not seeing a lot. Yeah, we have not seen a lot of swings and misses induced by Dean Kramer so far. Did get Christian Walker to strike out at least, but that was about it, though that was a very crucial strikeout. Yeah. So 1-1 to Smith is going to be fouled off on the cutter. Yeah, those always come back to hurt us, the leadoff walks. Yeah, I agree. I think it's Ben McDonald says a lot. It's like, it's not the walks that hurt you, it's what happens after. It might also be Jim Palmer says it too. It's probably like a common baseball saying, I assume. But I mean, it's the leadoff walk it wasn't what hurt him. It was Yordan Alvarez doubling after to get Pena home. That's what did it. But yeah, see. Ooh, that one's up and in, well up high and in to Smith. A splitter that got out of the hands of Kramer a bit early there. 2-2. Luckily, no one was hit. So 34 pitches already for Dean Kramer in a very inefficient outing so far. Again, could really use a double play here to make things a bit easier. Strikeout would be nice as well. So 2-2 to Cam Smith, the righty right fielder. It's going to be lined just foul over the third base side. Hard liner there, but foul enough. And where are we going? All right, 2-2 again. I'm pulling up Lucas Spence's thing because he's coming up to bat next. Takes in the dirt, curveball, and we get Lamont Wade Jr. is going to make it to second on the blocked pitch, but is still kind of ricocheted around a little bit. So that eliminates the double play. 3-2 now is the count as well. So good block by Adley, but Wade Jr. was aggressive enough to take the base anyway. So full count again. Jackson Holliday talking with Lamont Wade Jr. We get something's going on. Baltimore is actually going to challenge this save call at second. It looked like he was safe on the initial play, but maybe they're seeing something we're not. Would be nice if they get a free out here. Let's see. Does Holliday get the tag on? Ooh, it's close. From that angle, it's hard to tell when Wade Jr. hits the bag, but the tag is in faster than I expected. I know the replay room can sync it up, but this would be rough for the Orioles if they lose their challenge here. Oh, Colin Field's overturned. The runner is out. So the Orioles catch a bit of a break there. Lamont Wade Jr. caught stealing at second base. Still a 3-2 count, but good work by the Orioles replay room to earn them an out there. The base runner is erased. So another good throw by Adley Rutschman from behind home plate. He's been having a great season defensively. One of the many reasons he deserved to be an all-star this season. So it's still, again, 3-2 count, in danger of walking Cam Smith here, but there's no longer a runner on second base. So Kramer looking to throw some strikes here on pitch number 37. Will get a swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the fastball upstairs. And Smith was a little under it. So suddenly we go from a runner on, nobody out, and will look to be full count, runner on second. Suddenly now it's 2 outs, nobody on. So a roundabout way to get to 2 outs. But it is there nonetheless. So Lucas Spence up to bat, batting from the left side. The center fielder for the Astros will take a first pitch ball. His first at bat in the majors for Lucas Spence, Astros number 10 prospect this season in the minors, hitting .258, 6 home runs, 44 RBIs, 777 OPS. So welcome to the bigs, Lucas Spence. There's a good curveball, strike 1. Let's go. Let me see. So Spence was a undrafted free agent signing in 2024 by the Astros. So good for him making it up here to the bigs pretty quickly. Takes up and away on the fastball, ball 2. But he's a young guy from the looks of it. I'm assuming, at least. Definitely looks young. 23 years old. Takes a called strike 2 on the curveball. It's a little outside. Well, we'll take it. Spence not wanting to burn a challenge there, though he would have been successful. But in danger of striking out, Kramer looking to get to that 1-2-3 first inning. We'll take down and in on the cutter, ball 3. So we've yet to see him swing the bat. He's taken his way into a full count. Again, should be a walk, but that's why we have OBS. You can obviously challenge it if you want to. Instead, it is a full count at the moment. Kramer on pitch 43. We'll have Spence foul this one off on the cutter. We go again. Yeah, again, not an efficient outing whatsoever from Dean so far. Gonna need to find some better pitches soon, or else it's going to be a short one. And the only solace is that the bullpen is completely rested because of the All-Star break, but still don't like having your starter throw this many pitches early. 3-2 again is going to be fouled away on the fastball. We go again on the full count. Especially you don't want your starter going this much in the first game of the series, because then you're going to have to go chew through your bullpen early. I'm not sure. I have no idea who's going to be the starters for the next two games. Don't know if they're going to like loop back to Rogers and Bradish or not, or if it's going to be like Brandon Young and someone else. But Spence fouled his four-seam fastball away again. So pitch number 9 in the sequence between Kramer and the MLB rookie, or the MLB debutant, Lucas Spence. So he's battling here, trying to find his first base in the majors. Kramer looking to get him out here. Instead, it will be a walk. Curveball in the dirt, Spence takes, so his first plate appearance is successful. Lucas Spence earns the 2-out walk. And we continue on here in the bottom of the second. Kramer up to 46 pitches now. Apparently, Willie Abreu hit 2 home runs in the game today, in this second game alone for Boston. That's crazy. Yeah, they're up 5-3 at the moment. Yep, Abreu's homered twice. That's crazy. So Velasquez takes strike 1, the catcher for the Astros. Christian Velasquez hitting .220 in the season, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, 618 OPS. So Velasquez, pretty much their regular catcher from the looks of it, will knock this sinker out in a way, foul 0-2. But longtime former Boston Red Sox, was on the team since 2014. So major league veteran. His second time around in Houston was on Houston in 2022 for a bit. So I guess he actually would have was on that World Series winning team in Houston. Takes down and away on the splitter. Ball 1. 35 years old is Velasquez. Was on the Twins for the past 3 seasons. Actually, I guess must be a 2-time World Series champion because he was on the Red Sox in 2018. I'm actually going to look this up. So 1-2 to Velasquez is skipped in the dirt. Splitter, good pick by Adley. No steal attempt from Spence. Nope, different Christian Velasquez. There we go. Oh, Christian Vasquez. Sorry, I don't know where I was getting Velasquez from. Christian Vasquez. That sounds more right. Yeah, so 2-time World Series champion Christian Vasquez. My bad on the pronunciation. And that one is outside, 3-2. So Kramer is just really struggling to put guys away right now. He does have 2 strikeouts, but he's getting ahead and then falling behind just as quickly. Yeah, I agree. Him and Adley have to figure out what pitch to throw in tonight and just throw that pitch. 14 balls, 14 strikes this inning alone. Not a good outing whatsoever for Dean Kramer at the moment. Pitch 52 coming up here against Christian Vasquez. And Vasquez will foul this one away. I don't know. Just has not looked very sharp from Dean. The velocities look kind of low. Locations haven't been all that good. A lot of stuff's being left kind of in the middle. It's like he's been working well when the fastball is going up, and he just has not thrown a lot of those right now. So 3-2 to Christian Vasquez, the number 9 hitter. Already walked the 8 hitter. And there's a strikeout, though. Fastball upstairs. So, hey, maybe I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Throws the fastball upstairs, gets Vasquez swinging and missing, because that's where all 3 of his strikeouts have been. It's almost like that's the pitch he should be throwing the whole time. So another very long inning, though a scoreless inning this time. That's the good thing, is that it's scoreless, but 53 pitches through 2 innings is not what you want. O's still looking for their first hit on the night. So a long wait between innings for Peter Lambert. So again, it'll be Kobe Mayo, Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson. Mayo being bumped down in the order. I think partially because Lambert is a righty, and also because Mayo's not exactly been hitting well. But I mean, on the bench, you got Tyler O'Neill, Encarnacion Strand, I think Leody Taveras and Jeremiah Jackson. So like none of them are, all that specialized at hitting against righties. I think they put in basically all of the lefties in the lineup, though none of the lefties actually done anything at the moment. So yeah, we'll see what happens though. Hopefully, maybe we'll see if Kobe Mayo can do something. He's not hit righties well at all this season. Hits lefty very well. He's absolutely has been destroying lefties. Had a great series against Kansas City. Did Kobe Mayo, but this is a very different team than Kansas City. So Peter Lambert, after the long wait in between innings, is back up to bat. Since June 7th, 7 starts, ERA 2.43, opponents hitting 193, and opponents OPS 656. Everyone else in Houston's starting rotation has been terrible since then. So the ace of the rotation, so to speak, for the Astros at the moment is Peter Lambert. Dean usually gets good run support, so hopefully the offense comes out and puts some runs out this inning. Oh, I would love that. I would definitely love some runs here for the O's. Kobe May on the first pitch. We'll line this one up the middle, past the dive of Jeremy Pena. There's the first hit for the O's. Kobe Mayo goes right back up the middle. Righty on righty. Gotta love it. There we go. Let's have a good second half, Kobe. Takes a cutter that hangs up in the middle of the zone. Knocks it pretty hard, but not super hard, but located well. Orioles get their second base runner of the game, first no-out base runner of the game. Jackson Holiday up to bat, hitting just 210, though missed the first couple months of the season. We'll take strike one on a four-seamer there. But Holiday hitting, 210, 702 OPS, 5 home runs on the season, 37 strikeouts to 21 walks. We'll foul this four-seamer back behind home plate, 0-2. Former number 1 overall pick, Jackson Holiday, in 2023, I think? Or 2024, actually, I think, is when he was the number 1 overall pick. I think 2023 was Enrique Bradfield Jr., who is in AAA now, I think. But 7 balls to 20 strikes for Peter Lambert. Just 27 pitches at the moment compared to the, 53 that Dean's pitched so far. Very different. Holiday is going to foul this one away. We go again. But Lambert's looked sharp so far. The no-hitter has finally been broken up through 2 innings, though it's been it's been almost an hour at this point. It's been like 40 minutes, or 45 minutes actually since the game started. We're only through a couple innings. That pitch is just a bit low on the changeup. Ballsy take there from Jackson Holiday for ball 1, but it was in fact a little bit low, just barely. So a good take. So Holiday batting from the left side against the righty. Lambert will swing and miss on the changeup. That one also below the zone. Holiday goes after that one that time. So that is strikeout number 4 now for Peter Lambert. Oops. There we go. Accidentally minimized the tab, and apparently that just causes it to go black on the screen. So 30 pitches now for Lambert through 2 1/3. Gunnar Henderson, who popped out, I think. Yeah, he popped out to shallow center his first time up. Up to bat here. Had a pretty good series against Kansas City. Takes ball 1. 224 batting average, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs. Definitely a disappointing season so far for Gunnar Henderson at the plate. Defense has been overall pretty solid, though has been shaky at times. Henderson will take a strike there on the fastball at the top of the zone, 1-1. But I think we're all hoping that he could build on that momentum from that Kansas City series I really think like everyone was like, or everyone, we're all hoping that everyone was going to build on the momentum from that Kansas City series. Pickoff at first base is not in time. But Gunner's definitely a guy you really need to start getting hot if the O's want to do anything this season. He has been one of their better players over the past couple of years and has a lot of expectations on him. Maybe he's letting that get to his head a bit too much. Who knows? The 1-1 is going to be knocked up into center right field. This will hang up, though, for the center fielder Spence for out number 2. Henderson just kind of scoops that one up a little bit. Not enough power to get it out. Not enough sink to get it down. So after the leadoff single has been strikeout, flyout. So Adley Rutschman, who was the original base runner for the O's, got hit by a pitch in the first inning. Up to bat now. O's also brought up someone for the bullpen, Cam Sanders. Not sure who they sent down. We get a steal attempt for Kobe Mayo. He's going to be, oh, wow. All right. So Mayo was definitely not going to get there, but the throw was basically, it was perfect by Carlos Narvaez, or sorry, not Carlos Narvaez. Where did I get Carlos Narvaez from? By Christian Vasquez, but Jeremy Pena just kind of drops the ball. The throw was well in there, and Pena just does not field the ball cleanly at all. So Kobe Mayo with a stolen base on the first pitch ball to Adley Rutschman. Rutschman takes ball 2 now on the slurve down by his feet, which was where the pitch hit him the first time around. So Rutschman, anything past the infield here could potentially tie the game, which would be very nice. Because Peter Lambert's been looking really good so far, and any runs will be great here. Rutschman on the 2-0 will take a great pitch, change up outside part of the zone. What he's been killing lefties with so far tonight. Adley hitting 251 with runners in scoring position. This month, 313 with runners in scoring position. In a 2-1 count at the moment, pitch 37 coming up for Peter Lambert through 2 2/3. Rutschman will take down in the dirt, 3-1 on the slurve. Should Rutschman reach, it will be Taylor Ward after that. Season with runners was 300 average, 3 home runs, 37 RBIs. I feel like that was completely different from what they had shown just earlier, but either way, Rutschman's been hitting pretty well with runners scoring position. He will line this one just foul up the first base line. 3-2. We'll see if the lone all-star for the Orioles can come in clutch here. Try and tie the game up. Or take the lead with a homer. That would be nice as well. But I'll just take anything. Any sort of hit here, get the O's on the board. That would be nice. Make me feel a little bit better about this game. Full count for Adley Rutschman against Peter Lambert. Kobe Mayo at second base. All of these stolen bases. And Rutschman's going to take ball 4 on the slurve in the dirt. So it is not a hit, but it is another base runner. Adley Rutschman on 2 times in a row without having to get a hit either time. Christian Vasquez is going to have a brief chat with Peter Lambert. Baltimore Orioles 89th consecutive game with a walk longest streak in the majors. Actually, didn't know that. So Taylor Ward up to bat now. He struck out first time he was up, hitting 254 on the season. Only 6 home runs, 25 RBIs, though did get his first home run back in that Kansas City series. Vasquez is going to pause the game here. I think we had a pitch comm issue for Vasquez, so he gets everything settled now. So 2 on, 2 out for Taylor Ward. Pitch number 40 coming up for Peter Lambert. Takes outside with sweeper for ball 1. Ward has walked, just starting the broadcast, in 6 consecutive games coming into today. But I'd rather a hit here than a walk. Get Leo's second hit. That one is just below the zone on the sinker, ball 2. Good take there from Taylor. So definitely the least crisp inning so far from Peter Lambert, but could still get out of this scoreless with an out here. Obviously, the O's are looking for not that. Ward is going to take ball 3, slider in the dirt. So I will be absolutely shocked if Taylor Ward swings at this next pitch, considering how much he loves to take. But should he reach base, it will be Pete Alonso who grounded out in the first inning to short. He would be up to bat after that. But Ward has to reach first. Takes all the way on the four-seamer in the middle of the zone, 3-1. So, I mean, it's a pitch you could probably swing at because it's right in the middle with a fastball, but Ward doesn't usually like to swing the bat a ton. Very patient hitter. And it's on 3-0. I understand it. 3-1 now for Taylor Ward. He's going to take below the zone. So 2 walks. 2-out walk for the Orioles. Loads the bases for Pete Alonso, who has actually hit pretty poorly with the bases loaded this season, but is still the RBI leader for the O's. So, if nothing else, this has driven up the pitch count. 20 pitches this inning for Peter Lambert, 10 balls to 10 strikes. Get a mound visit from the Astros pitching coach, I believe. But Pete Alonso has hit well this season. Again, not the best with runners in scoring, or not runners in scoring, not the best with bases loaded. I forgot the exact stat, but it's not been great there. But overall, he has been hitting very well. 65 RBIs on the season. 21 home runs, leads the O's in both categories. Also leads second on the team in walks behind Taylor Ward. Ward with 75 walks, Alonso with 50. Yeah. O's really need to capitalize here on this bases loaded situation. Righty on righty matchup, Alonso against Lambert. Alonso will swing and miss on the four-seamer. Strike 1. Goes middle with the fastball, and Alonso kind of over top of that a little bit. Misses there. Advantage 1 goes to Lambert. Or pitch 1 goes to Lambert. Now pitch 2 against Alonso. Outside. Slurve ball 1. Evens up the count. Season with runners in scoring position for Alonso. 238 batting average, 5 home runs, 39 RBIs. So huge moment here for the O's. Alonso takes outside slurve ball 2. Honestly, a walk here wouldn't be too bad either. Walk in the tying run. That'd be kind of fun. But just any sort of contact here, get it past the infield, get a hit, get some runs. That's the idea. 2-1 for Alonso. Well, knocks one high in the air into foul territory and out of play. 2-2. So Alonso in danger of striking out. Lambert in danger of giving up runs. Pitch number 49 coming up for Peter Lambert on the night. Alonso will knock this one foul. Four-seamer upstairs. Alonso goes after it, gets a piece of it. So it's tense. It's very tense. Could really use a hit here from the polar bear. Ideal scenario is a grand slam, but any sort of hit would be lovely. 2-2 for Alonso is well upstairs. Back pick attempt is just barely not in time. Ward was a little greedy there, but the throw was a little offline from Christian Vasquez. O's get a lucky break here. Astros might challenge this. They're pausing. Ooh. I don't know. They're not going to challenge this, though. Maybe the tag was actually off target, so O's catch a break there. It's 3-2 now as the count on 50 pitches. Looked like the glove was there, but maybe it was just off target. I don't know. I'll take it. Don't know why Taylor Ward was having such a big lead. So full count now for Pete Alonso. And inside, ball four is going to be challenged. It's not going to be overturned. This is going to be a walked-in run. I mean, it's no surprise that Vasquez is going to try and challenge this just to try and save a run, but this was inside. Unless the graphic was wrong, but no, this is well inside. We are tied. It's a run. A run's a run. I'll take it. So Samuel Basallo, who struck out on 3 pitches first time up, now with a chance to take the lead for the Orioles here. Well, knocks one high in the air, but not nearly deep enough. So Spence will put him out here. So still kind of a wasted opportunity for the Orioles as they do not get a hit with the bases loaded. Well, Basallo probably should have taken a pitch there, but it's at least a tie game, and they drove up the pitch count. So it's could have been worse, but you would have liked to have gotten some more there. But not a good showing from Basallo so far tonight. But again, we're tied. It's an all-new game. And suddenly the pitch count is actually kind of even at the moment. Lambert with a very, very poor third inning there. Very lucky to only give up 1 run. But 3 straight 2-out walks is not what you want to see. Let's see, am I winning my fantasy game now, or am I getting my butt kicked? Or is it close? Now I'm down. Who's scoring for it? Oh, it's Drake Baldwin, who's 3 for 4 with a home run, 5 RBIs. That's why. Okay. I'll probably just drop Brandon Woodruff because he's not going to come back till September. That sucks. He was so good for like the 2 starts he came back, and then his shoulder died again. I need my boys to start scoring more points. I need Miami to start scoring a bunch of runs. That'd be nice. Is the box score updated? We good? No, it's hello. Okay, there we go. That's weird. Like never have to refresh it usually. So it should be Jeremy Pena, Yordan Alvarez, Itzhak Paredes, so the leadoff trio for the Astros here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The guys who led off the first will lead off the 3rd here. Kramer, again, not an efficient outing through 2, but has only given up the 1 run so far on 2 hits. And yeah, I agree, Kevin. Short inning would be ideal for Dean. The first pitch, Jeremy Pena, is going to be lined right back up the middle. That will drop for a base hit in front of Colton Cowser. So it is not a leadoff walk, but it's still a leadoff man on for the Astros. Silver linings, that is not a high pitch count there on that hit. But it's a 4-seamer, a little outside, but Pena covers it well enough. Was middle of the zone in terms of height. A little outside in terms of width. Sure, let's go with that. Anyway, Yordan Alvarez, who doubled in Jeremy Pena first time up, can do that here as well. Takes a curveball, strike 1. Was stranded at second, at least, in that first inning, but obviously the best hitter probably in all of baseball at the moment. Would love Dean to get him out here. It is a tough ask. Throws a splitter just a little below the zone for ball 1. Actually, Alvarez got stranded at third now, I'm remembering, because Itzhak Paredes got a single, got Alvarez to third, but then got stranded after that because of the strikeout and then double play. So Kramer might have tweaked something as well. He's back on the pitch, but he didn't look super comfortable after that last pitch. Does throw to first base, not in time, so he looks fine there. Hopefully it's nothing too wrong with Dean Kramer. They're showing the replay here. Kind of stumbled a little bit on that pitch. I think his foot might have got caught in the mound a little bit, so hopefully he's fine. Did have a hamstring injury that kept him out for most of the season earlier, as Alvarez is going to foul this one away on the splitter 1 and 2. 57 pitches at the moment for Dean Kramer. They're showing Yordan Alvarez is like hitting square where like the blue is bad, red is good for the batting average. And basically everything middle and low is really good. Upstairs is not quite as good, so I'd like to see another high fastball for Dean. That would be nice. There is the high fastball, but that one a little too high. 2 and 2. That has been the 3 strikeouts Kramer's gotten, have all been on high fastballs. The most dangerous hitter in baseball in a 2-2 count. Nobody out, 1 on for the Astros. I think we got slight time called. Dean steps off. Now he comes back. Dean looking to get some outs here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 is going to be lined over into right field, just past the reach of Jackson Holiday. So that is going to get Pena over to third base. So a single for Yordan Alvarez this time. Runners at the corners, nobody out. There's the contact for Yordan. Just strokes that one softly on the pull side. Curveball well below the zone, and Yordan just covers it. So it's like, it's just impossible to beat this guy sometimes. And just a simple single there for Yordan. Gives the Astros a great opportunity to get the lead back. Isaac Paredes, who singled over into right field last time he was up. So the top of the order's been pretty good for Houston here. Been killing Dean so far tonight. We get time called by someone. Not sure who. But will be pitch number 60 coming up for Dean here in the bottom of the third. So Paredes fouls this one away. Strike 1 on the fastball up and in. So it's definitely looking like this is going to be probably a 4-inning night for Kramer at this rate. Maybe 4 1/3 if he's able to get a little bit more efficient here. But 60 pitches already, still not a single out in the bottom of the third here, as this one is going to be grounded foul on the splitter. 0 and 2. Strikeout here would be huge. But second time through the order is when Kramer usually gets demolished. Opponent sitting 324 against him. Second time through the order. First time through 147. Third time through also very low. Sub 200 batting average. Has not been a good start second time through the order against Houston. It's given up back-to-back singles so far against the top 2 hitters in Pena and Alvarez. Ahead 0-2 though on Isaac Paredes at the moment. Rutschman lining up outside and is going to be knocked over and foul on the splitter. Not sure why you're trying to throw a splitter there. Again, go upstairs with the fastball. It's the one pitch that's been working for you. I don't understand why you're not going there. Like, I'm assuming it's more Adley calling it, but still, like, go upstairs with a fastball, please. Adley lining up and away, and it is upstairs with a fastball. It's lined over into right field, but hangs up for Dylan Beavers. He will throw over to second base, so it is a sac fly for Isaac Paredes. I'll take it, honestly. I mean, it sucks giving up the run, but it's an out. So, you give up the lead, but it's still just 2-1 at the moment. Keeps Yordan at first base. It's puts you in place for a double play. Given that, it's runners on first and third, nobody out. You're okay giving up the 1 run. You just don't want to give up more than that. I'm okay mitigating the damage. As long as he only gives up 1 run in this one, it is what it is. So Christian Walker up to bat, struck out back in the first inning. Would love a double play here. So Beavers, Cowser, and Mayo will be the batters for the O's in the top of the fourth. Ball 1 on the cutter below the zone. It looks like the roof is closed there in Houston as well. And don't see them usually open the roof up anymore in that place. In Dakin Park is what it's called now. but it's also understandable because it's probably really hot in Houston, I bet. Swing and miss, strike one on the four-seamer. I don't know if I doubt the smog from the wildfires gets down to Houston, but for someone who lives over on the East Coast, over in the Maryland area, um, there we've been bombarded with smog from the Canadian wildfires as of late, and it sucks because it just makes the entire air look like we're in like Shanghai or something like that, or it's just awful. That one's fouled away 1-2. So it's a good thing this game is not being played in Baltimore, is what I was eventually getting around to, because it would be like actually hazardous to play in. So thanks, Canada. So 1-2 for Kramer against Walker here on pitch number 67 coming up. Kramer could be hunting strikeout here a bit, and does get it. Cutter in the zone. Walker misses. Kramer struck him out both times. So there's that. Progress. We're making progress. Strikeout number 4. Walker actually a little under it. So both teams have struck out 4 times. Brings up Jose Altuve, who grounded into a double play last time he was up to short. Only need 1 out here, though. But a ground out would be nice nonetheless. That one is down and away with a cutter, ball 1. Altuve, still a very dangerous hitter, even if this season has not been quite as good as his usual outings. There is good pitch called strike 1. May have been a little outside, but might have clipped the zone. It was very close. Take the strike. 69 pitches now for Dean. Pitch 70 coming up. So again, probably will be 4 1/3 at this rate, as Altuve is going to kind of ground this one, chop it a little bit, just punch it right in the dirt. Foul, 1-2. But 23 pitches in the first, 30 in the second, 17 currently in the third inning. We'll have to throw an 18th pitch here. So a very, very inefficient outing for Dean Kramer. It's only given up 2 runs at the moment, though. So it could be worse, at least. But he also does have to get through this inning. And Altuve is going to pop this one up. High in the air, pretty deep at the warning track, but not deep enough. Actually, a few steps in front of the warning track. Houston crowd got excited for a hot second, but that was more up than out. So, again, not a pretty inning. Does give up a run, but it's only 1 run. So it's still only 2-1. Astros leave 1 on base there. The O's have a chance to tie it up or take the lead with a run or 2 in the top of the 4th inning. So it's not a good outing for Dean, but only 2 runs at the moment. And the bullpen is at least rested, so I don't know if they'll throw in like Albert Suarez or something like that. Maybe they throw in Longman Wise. I don't know who they throw with, who they go with. Maybe they go Tyler Wells for a couple innings. I don't know if they throw in Cam Sanders, who they just called up from the Pirates. Like they cash considerations acquisition from the Pirates. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What is going on? It's just weird. People being weird on the internet. Had to read something real quick, but yeah, it's a not a great game so far for the O's, but it could be better, could be worse. They've lost some opportunities, but yeah, it's still only 2-1. Let's see if I missed anything on Twitter. First pitch to Beavers is swung on a miss on the fastball. Strike one. Hardest remaining strength of schedule in the American League in the second half of the season. That is great to see. So the O's got to put up or shut up time for the O's here. Beavers will foul this one away 0-2. So Beavers struck out in the second inning on a really good changeup, down 0-2 at the moment against Peter Lambert, who had a bad third inning, though only gave up one run on the bases loaded walk. Throws that one upstairs on the fastball, 1-2. I was looking to maybe keep that momentum going against Lambert, try and get some more base runners here. Only have the one hit to the O's. That was the Kobe Mayo leadoff single last inning. Beavers is going to ground this one foul on the changeup. We can go again 1-2, but the back-to-back-to-back 2-out walks was critical to really put a damper on Peter Lambert's pretty good outing, or really good outing before that, because he'd only given up the single and the hit by pitch through 2 2/3. The bases are empty here for Dylan Beavers to lead off in the fourth inning. Pitch number 57 from Lambert is going to be down in below the zone. 2-2. Then the Astros just make a trade today or something? Or something about them trading Lance McCullers Jr. to the Brewers. As Beavers is going to swing and miss on the fastball, strike three. Oh, cool. Plas's alt is coming in. Nice. Hang on. Lance McCullers Jr. Or was this like recent or... Oh, this was like a couple days ago. Okay. He got traded to the Brewers. Strike one on the slurve to Colton Cowser. There is ball one on the changeup. Dodgers took the lead over the Yankees on a 2-run home run off of Garrett Cole, and everyone's clowning on them as they should. Obligatory F the Yankees. As Cowser's going to line this one over into the right side for a base hit. Colton Cowser reaches base for the first time in a good bit. It feels like, at least. Yeah, during the All-Star break, yeah. That I did not see that at all. And I'm usually pretty up to date on baseball news, but that was one I just completely missed. Cowser just smacks that one right up the pole side for a 1-out single. Orioles' second hit of the night. The first base hitter, Kobe Mayo, is now up to bat. 1-for-1 on the night. I think it was the first pitch he singled on as well. He's going to take one up and in, up by the face. Don't think that was intentional. Sweeper that just got out of the hands a little bit from Lambert, 1-0. Still hitting under 200 at the moment is Kobe Mayo, not an everyday player. More of a platoon guy against righties at the moment. That we'll probably see more regular playing time with Blaze Alexander injured, because Kobe Mayo is will be more of your everyday third baseman going forward. Takes outside. Oh, that is a terrible strike call. That is an awful strike call on that sweeper. Mayo does not challenge because the O's only have one challenge. 18 hits since May 28th for Kobe Mayo, 7 of them home runs. But that ball was like 3 inches outside. Throw to first base is not in time. Colton Cowser is safe back there. But so it should be a 2-0 count. It's instead 1-1. Gunnar Henderson putting on the helmet and selecting a bat. He is in the hole at the moment. Jackson Holliday on deck. We will see him barring a double play. As Mayo swings and misses on the sweeper, strike 2. I think Lambert's probably wisely not throwing Kobe Mayo fastballs at the moment. But O's looking to try and get a run back here in the top of the fourth. Colton Cowser, I also just realized box score is not updated. There we go. Whoops, sorry. There we go. We're back now. Sometimes it likes to go, sometimes it doesn't. But Vasquez lined up outside. Mayo will swing and miss on the sweeper. Strike 3. So 6th strikeout of the night for Peter Lambert. Mayo goes after the sweeper again. And it's understandable why he's swinging that pitch because that was called a strike earlier, even though that ball was outside. So unfortunate there for Kobe Mayo. Jackson Holliday up to bat now. He struck out his first time up. Throw to first base, not in time on another pickoff attempt. I do think the disengagement's reset per batter, so it's only the first disengagement at the moment with Holliday up to bat. But O's did their damage with 2 outs last inning. Let's see if they can do that again here. 65 pitches currently for Peter Lambert. Holliday will knock this one up and foul away. We go again. 0-1. But Holliday, it's not exactly been a great season for him since return from the injury. Obviously hitting only 208 at the moment. Just hasn't quite looked as crisp as you'd like. Chases a lot of pitches from what I've seen. That one is just at the top of the zone with a four-seamer. Strike 2. Good pitch there. I feel like whenever I watch him when he's like not hitting well, he tends to fall off on a lot of his swings where he's like stepping back almost. I don't know why. See if he can rally here down 0-2. Throw at first base is close, but not in time. So now it's 2 disengagements. Colton Cowser is probably going to be getting a bit more of a lead here with 2 outs and 2 disengagements. I doubt we'll see him steal, but probably see him run a good bit. The 0-2 to Jackson Holliday from Peter Lambert on pitch 68 will be a grounder right back up the middle. That's actually a good hit and run. Cowser was on the move, so he did try and steal, and that was perfectly done because Jeremy Pena, playing from short, went over to cover second base. The ball is hit right to where Pena would have been at shortstop. So it is a 2-out base hit. Yeah, Pena goes to cover the bag because Colton Cowser is going to steal. The ball's hit right to where Pena was. So that is a perfect hit and run. I don't know if that was intentional, but textbook hit and run right there. I think that's what the term is called as well. But O's catch a bit of a break there. Runners at the corners now. 2 outs. Brings up Gunnar Henderson, who's 0 for 2 on the night so far. We'll take outside with a changeup, ball 1. But Henderson flied out to center last time he was up. Popped out to shallow center the first time. So it's been center field both times. Looking to get a hit with runners in scoring position here. We'll foul this changeup away. 1-1. I had something in my eye for like 2 days straight. It is so annoying because it does not want to go away. Damn. This is really annoying. 1-1 to Henderson is swung on and missed upstairs on the fastball. 1-2. So Lambert a strike away from getting out of the inning. 71 pitches at the moment. Henderson looking to tie the game up for the O's with a hit. Anything past the infield brings in the second run of the night for the O's. Home run obviously would be ideal, but need Gunnar to find his clutch gene again, which he has not had a lot this season. Throw at first base, not in time. Jackson Holliday doesn't even have to slide back in there, just walks in. So a long, pretty long 4th inning here for Peter Lambert, though he has not given up a run yet. Let's hope that changes, though. Henderson on the 1-2. Will swing and miss. 4-seamer above the zone. Strike 3. Chases a couple high fastballs. Orioles strand a pair. Still 2-1. Astros. I'm going to go get some more water real quick. I will be right back. Oh my God, my eyes. I need some like eye drop or something, man. It's really annoying. Yes, Kevin, I agree. Not a good at bat. Not a good at bat at all from Gunnar Henderson. It's just not been clutch at all this season. I mean, I feel like he was decently clutch against Kansas City, but it's also Kansas City. They're really bad this season. But that is very unfortunate there. Strand 2 on for Gunnar. So it should be Lamont Wade Jr., Cam Smith, Lucas Spence. So the same order as the top of the second inning, or bottom second inning for Houston. The Dean Kramer back on to pitch here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Looking for some kind of quicker outing here. Did technically have his shortest inning by pitch count, I believe, last inning. Throws ball 1 to Wade Jr. on a sinker up and away. Wade Jr. walked his first time up, then was caught stealing sort of a kind of like, wasn't really a steal, it was more a near wild pitch that Adley Rutschman blocked, and then it was initially called safe, then overturned into an out on the tag. Takes a splitter in the dirt, 2-0. So not a good start, 2 pitches at least, for Dean Kramer against Lamont Wade Jr. in the bottom of the fourth. There's a good curveball, strike 1. So Dean gets his first strike of the inning there. 2-1 is the count. That one is below the zone, splitter 3-1. Don't know why Dean's just like not trying to challenge the zone at all. Just throwing way too many balls at the moment. 31 balls to 44 strikes. Just not a good ratio right there. There's a strike. See, sinker right in the middle of the zone. Just throw that every time. I don't care if he gets hits. I mean, I do, but like, it's just frustrating when you see a pitcher who just doesn't seem to want to throw it in the strike zone at all. So full count now to Wade Jr., who will ground this one right back up to Dean Kramer. And for the first time tonight, Kramer gets the leadoff man out, which is great. Great news for Dean Kramer. They're chatting about, I think, the dimensions of the ballpark there in Houston. I know it got like remade like last decade, I think. There's a great curveball there to Cam Smith, strike 1. Smith was a strikeout victim in the second inning by Dean Kramer. 1 of 4 on the night at the moment. The 0-1 is when he swung on a miss on the splitter below the zone, 0-2. So Dean suddenly starting to look a bit sharper now, which would be good. Quick inning here would be ideal. I would love if he gets through 5 innings, Kevin. That would be awesome. Would absolutely love that. Swing and miss, strike 3, splitter outside. Cam Smith strikes out for the second time tonight. Dean 2 up, 2 down here. 80 pitches though, bottom of the fourth. So 3 2/3. It depends very much on how he gets Lucas Spence out here. Or what happens with Lucas Spence here. If he gets Lucas Spence out here, definitely see him go in the 5th inning. But that's first pitch is upstairs, ball 1. My guess is like if he gets in the 90s, you probably trot him out to the 5th, throw him, like get him in 1 out, maybe 2, depending on how things goes. But I doubt I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a strike. Curveball in there, 1-1. So Spence had a 2-out walk last time he was up, though was not driven home. A 1-1 count at the moment in his second career plate appearance in the majors. We'll ground this one over to Jackson Holliday at second, who throws him out at first. So that is a 1-2-3 4th inning for Dean Kramer. Exactly what he needed. Very quick. bring the Orioles offense back up to bat. Yeah, well, it will be it'll be Christian Vasquez, Jeremy Pena, Jordan Alvarez in the bottom fifth. Definitely will keep him on for Vasquez because he struck him out last time he was up. And maybe they keep him on for Pena the third time around because he does pitch pretty well against batters the third time around, does Dean Kramer. I doubt they put him on against Jordan Alvarez. But we'll see what happens. It's like 88 pitches now, I think, for Dean, roughly. But that is the exact type of inning Dean Kramer needed. Yeah, that was easily Dean's best inning. I agree. Definitely looked a lot better. Just laughing at something online. There's a clip of an iShowSpeed stream. I don't watch him at all, but it was a sleep stream that Speed was doing, and someone put the link to the stream itself as a video, so it just kept on looping into the stream over and over again. The volume just grows over and over. That's really funny. Evan Richmond takes ball one upstairs from Peter Lambert. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. So he's not gotten a hit, but he's gotten on base both times. Takes ball two upstairs on the changeup. Lambert had a great first two innings. Then innings 3 and 4 were significantly less great, though it's still only given up the one run on 2 hits. Actually, yeah, 3 hits, actually. Ball 3 now. 3 straight balls all upstairs. That one up and away. Yeah, because Holiday got the hit as well. 3-0 to Adley is in the top of the zone, strike one. Yeah, 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Lambert. So Adley in a favorable count here, looking for maybe his first hit of the night. Batting from the left side at the moment. We'll knock this one over to first base. Christian Walker throws it over to Lambert, so he retires Adley Rutschman for the first time on the ground out. Used to watch him play FIFA and play 12-year-olds and get destroyed. Yeah. I was never a big watching streamers guy, but I know Speed is very big. And is like I've seen more of I've just seen clips that like people meme of him now, and they're fantastic. So nobody on, 1 out for Taylor Ward, who walked last time he was up. Walk and a strikeout for Taylor Ward. So he's not been able to really get bat on ball yet all that much. Takes upstairs ball 1 on the fastball. 78 pitches currently for Peter Lambert, top of the 5th. Pete Alonso is on deck for the O's here. Ward will pop this one in the air behind home plate a little bit. Vasquez will make the out for out number 2. No homer there for Ward, unfortunately. 2 up, 2 down for Peter Lambert here in the top of the 5th. Much crisper outing here for Lambert after the previous 2 innings. So Pete Alonso with the bases empty for the first time, actually. Walked in the tying run at that point back in the 3rd inning. On the 80th pitch here from Lambert, we'll take a slurve down and away, ball 1. Solo shot here from Alonso would be nice, tie it up again. I would certainly like that. Only been singles so far for the O's, no extra base hits. Alonso takes a slurve there that bends right back in the zone. Strike one. Maybe they score something here. I agree, Kevin. They are certainly pretty good at hitting with 2 outs. Alonso on the 1-1 will ground this one just foul. Up the third base line, 1 and 2. I think he's shaking his head a little bit. Don't know if he was unhappy with the swing selection or what, but steps back in the batter's box now. And the home run and RBIs leader for the O's, Pete Alonso. Big free agent signing in this offseason. The 1-2 will swing and miss. Strike 3 on the fastball well upstairs. Could see that one coming from a mile away. So quick 1-2-3 inning for Peter Lambert there after a quick 1-2-3 inning from Dean Kramer. So they match. There we go to the bottom of the 5th. My guess is they're going to probably trot out Lambert for... No, my guess they'll probably try and stretch him out for an inning. Don't know if we'll see him go a full 6 innings, though. But it will be Basayo, Beavers, and Kowser up to bat. So they probably go with another... Maybe they go with a lefty reliever at some point there. But then they would have to face Cope Mayo. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that was... Not been some good at-bats from a lot of Orioles so far tonight. Definitely not been the type of... Sorry, I just got flashbang by a guy that I swear looks like Ted Lasso. Or well, I forget actually forgetting the actor. Is this? This is a Sam's Club ad. Hang on. That is, what's his face? Hang on. He's just doing like a different voice, which is why I'm like, yeah, Jason Sudeikis. Like, I'm 99% sure that was Jason Sudeikis. He's just like not doing the Ted Lasso voice, so that's why I'm like, I mean, I guess that is also just like what Jason Sudeikis looks half the time, but like it took me out for a complete second there. I was like, what was going on? Just like my brain just froze for a second. Like I mostly know Jason Sudeikis now from Ted Lasso, and like you're speaking not with a like a southern accent, like that just okay. So we actually won't see Dean Kramer anymore. It's going to be Anthony Nunez here to pitch the bottom of the 5th. 34 games pitched, 5.06 ERA, 37.1 innings pitched, 1.29 whip, opponents hitting 238, 9.9 strikeouts per 9, 3.4 walks per 9, 5 home runs given up. Spent a bit of time in AAA during the month of June, I want to say, but has been recalled. I think after the injury to Keegan Aiken, if I remember correctly. Initially kind of started off as a high leverage reliever. Been more of a lower-ish leverage reliever guy now. Christian Vasquez up to bat for the Astros here. Struck out against Dean Kramer the first time up. Take ball 1 on a cutter down and away. 1-0. Nunez throws a sweeper, four-seamer, changeup, sinker, and cutter. Against righties, like Vasquez, mostly throws the sweeper and sinker. A little bit of that cutter. This one is four-seamer, perfect pitch. Bottom left corner. It's going to be challenged and lost by Vasquez. So he's actually going to lose both ABS challenges for the Astros here tonight. Not really sure why he's challenging this one, but this is a perfectly located pitch. The four-seamer and changeup mostly throws to lefties, but there was a perfect four-seamer there to a righty. So no challenges left ABS-wise for the Houston Astros. 1-1 to Vasquez from Nunez. Will be knocked foul on the cutter. Then it'll be Vasquez, Pena, and Alvarez, 9-1-2 for the Astros here in the bottom of the 5th inning, up 1. Vasquez grounds that sweeper out of play, still 1-2. But Nunez was required at the trade deadline last year from the Mets, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if it was for Cedric Mullins or not. I'm going to look it up because there are a couple trains that the O's did with the Mets. That sweeper's down and away. 2-2. Nunez, just 25 years old. Actually, just turned 25 last Friday, actually. So happy belated birthday, Anthony Nunez. So he was one of the guys the O's got in exchange for Cedric Mullins. And Vasquez is going to flip this one to arranging Jackson Holliday out into shallow right field for out number 1. Great play there by the second baseman. I mean, even if Nunez hasn't exactly had the greatest season in the world for the O's, getting him for the half season the Mets got out of Cedric Mullins, pretty good trade result, not going to lie. It's kind of a fleece. Gets Christian Vasquez out there on a good defensive play from Jackson Holliday. Brings up Jeremy Pena, who's 1-for-1 with a walk. So single and a walk for Jeremy Pena. Will knock the first pitch up and away in foul territory over by the dugout and foul. Into the stands. But is the scored, he has been the run scorer for the Astros both times. Both times he has been, well, actually, not both times he's been knocked in by Yordan Alvarez. He's been, first time he was knocked in by Alvarez. Next time it will be, or second time it was by Itzhak Paredes. Next year he'll be better. I agree. I think Anthony Nunez has a bright future for the O's. He's got some good stuff. Check swing. Does he go around Pena? Yes, he does on the sweeper that was nowhere close. 0-2 for Anthony Nunez here against Jeremy Pena. And yeah, that looked close. I agree that was kind of a swing. So Nunez ahead of Pena 0-2. Coming out of the bullpen. Dean Kramer's night's also done. And check swing, does he go around this time? Does not look like it. It's the same pitch again, pretty much. Sweeper down and away. This time Pena holds up just enough. Kramer's night is done. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot better, though. 1-2 here to Pena is going to be grounded over to Comeo. Fair territory. Throw to first base. No, actually foul. Just a little bit foul. Throw probably would not have been in time because it was not hit hard enough. Good throw anyway from Comeo. It's actually very impressive. But instead is just a foul ball. But it'd be really good to get Jeremy Pena out here because then it would leave 2 out, nobody on for Yordan Alvarez, who's 2-for-2 on the night, unsurprisingly. Single and a double there. But you got to get through Jeremy Pena first, who has also reached base both times. But Nunez still ahead of Pena 1-2. That one is skipped in the dirt on the changeup 2-2. No swing. Pena has been on the Astros for a good bit now, if I remember correctly. Been playing at shortstop for a while. Pena has been since 2022 actually. So he's been, his rookie season was the World Series win. So I guess this is year number 4 now. I guess maybe year number 5 technically. Sweeper down and away, ball 3. So from 0-2 to 3-2 now against Pena. So yeah, I guess this is 5th actual season for the Astros in the majors. Nunez in the full count, pitch number 13 coming up against Jeremy Pena. He's going to be lined over in the air pretty deep into center field. Cowser ranging back will make the catch at the warning track for out number 2. Kind of hang up just a little bit. Cowser didn't have to work too hard for it. Makes a good play. So hits it hard, but hits it far, just to the wrong part of the park. That goes into left field. That's going to be either in the Crawford boxes or off of them. But that was dead center field. So it is instead just a long fly out. And that is exactly what you need because now there's nobody on for Yordan Alvarez. So again, 2-for-2 on the night, single and a double for Yordan. The best hitter in baseball at the moment. Takes a changeup below the zone, ball 1. has one of has the lone or one of two RBIs for the Astros tonight as well. Next pitch is just a little below the zone on the sinker, 2-0. And as much as I don't like 2-out walks, I'm okay with issuing a 2-out walk to Yordan Alvarez, given his pedigree. He's the one guy that I'm like, all right, that's whatever. Don't let him beat him with your bat. Takes below the zone, 3-0. I'm okay with Anthony Nunez not trying to challenge Yordan too much. Even if Itzhak Paredes is one for one with a sac fly. But Yordan's just really good. And I'm going to be very happy when the O's don't have to play Houston anymore after this. And that's a strike. Sinker in the zone, 97. 1-1. But it would be nice to get Yordan out here. Get a 1-2-3 inning. I would like that. That one is outside, though. Ball 4. So Yordan walks. Again, it sucks that it's a walk, but I'm fine walking Yordan. He's the guy you kind of want to walk. It's like Aaron Judge, or Shohei Ohtani. It's like you're fine walking those guys, or like Mike Trout. Walk the guys that are known for just absolutely destroying the ball. Don't give them a chance to do that, especially in this close of a game. Try and deal with the rest of the lineup, which is not nearly as good as Yordan Alvarez at the moment. The Paredes, though, 1-for-1 at the moment with that sac fly. Takes down and away ball 1 on the sinker. And I mean, Yordan's also not the fastest guy in the world, so you're fine just putting him on first base. Just got to make some good pitches against the guys after that. That one is just a little upstairs on the sinker, ball 2. So Nunez hasn't looked quite as crisp against the third and fourth batters he's faced compared to the first two. Pitch number 21 coming up from Nunez. Probably will only see him go this one inning. This might be a extended bullpen. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to just go drift foul, but actually just kind of jam shot over into Pete Alonso's glove, and he just catches it. So that's out number 3. All right, sure. I thought that was going to be just like knocked over into the dugout, but that just kind of floated right over to Pete Alonso, who makes a great catch. And there's out number 3. So Anthony Nunez gets through it. So, I mean, I don't think we'll see him go pitch in the 7th inning, or the 6th inning, sorry, because I guess it's only end of the 5th. But yeah, so I mean, given the state of the bullpen that it's rested with the All-Star break, he can probably turn to a lot of them. I just don't know if you want to burn through like 4 arms in one game. But I mean, it is a close game, so we'll see what happens. My guess is Peter Lambert's going to at least pitch one more inning, maybe not a full inning, depending on how the O's bat against him. But I mean, 9-1-2, Anthony Nunez gets through him. Well, 9-1-2-3 gets through with just a walk to Yordan. That's fine. Still a 2-1 game. Now we need the offense to wake up for the O's. But Basayo is 0-for-2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. Beavers and then Kowser. It was Basayo. Yeah, it was Alonso who struck out. Yeah. Alonso struck out back in the top of the 5th to end it. Lambert coming off of that 1-2-3 5th inning. Go check the scoreboard real quick. Real quick. So Dodgers still up 2-1 over the Yankees. Actually, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs now. So that's like right at the end of the game. Jose Caballero against Tanner Scott is the matchup. Nobody on for the Yankees, 2 outs. 2-2 is the count as well. Actually gonna pause the scoreboard real quick. I'm gonna actually kind of call both games here at the moment. First pitch, Basayo is outside, ball 1. Was that called a strike? No, okay. It was the umpire was pointing at something, but that is a soft pop out from Jose Caballero. Dodgers beat the Yankees 2-1. 1-0 to Basayo is going to be lined foul. 1-1. White Sox up 12-4 over the Blue Jays now. My goodness. Okay, I don't know if Minnetonka Murakami did much that game. Top of the eighth there for that one. Braves up 12-1 over the Rangers. Middle eighth there. Cy on the 1-1 will take just below the zone, ball 2. Good take. Marlins and Brewers tied 1 apiece, top of the 8th. Twins up 4-2 over the Cubs, top of the 7th. Padres tied 2-2 with the Royals, bottom of the 6th. Next pitch coming from Lambert to Basayo. It's going to be taken at the bottom of the zone. Strike 2. Basayo's going to challenge this, and he's going to lose the challenge. So both teams are going to be challenges here. This one does clip the bottom of the zone pretty well. So we're going old school now after this. It's going to be all up to the umpire now. Who's been overall pretty good. Has missed a couple pitches here and there. But it's not been too bad of a night for the ump. So the 2-2 now to Basayo is going to be knocked foul again on the pull side. Reds, Rockies tied 1 apiece, top of the 6th. Angels up 1-0 over the Tigers, bottom 1st. Cardinals up 2-0 over the Diamondbacks, bottom 1st. Nats, Athletics, scoreless, top of the 2nd. Red Sox, 11 in a row now. They won 5-3 in their second game of the doubleheader against Tampa Bay. Basayo takes down and away, change up, full count now. So 89 pitches for Lambert. Pitch number 90 coming up on Basayo, who will ground this one foul. So he goes again on the full count. So definitely his last inning for Lambert. Just don't know how many batters he's going to face this inning. Hopefully it will be not a 1-2-3 inning. Pitch number 8 coming up in this sequence alone against Basayo, who had seen 4 pitches total in his first 2 at-bats. He will knock the one high in the air, but in the infield. Over to Christian Walker at first. He doesn't see it actually initially. Narvaez is going to miss this one. It's going to fall foul. Oh. So the Astros infield lost it in the roof. Luckily for them, it was in foul territory, so it is just a foul ball. But what should have been out number 1 is instead we go again. But Lambert doesn't see it initially. Christian Walker doesn't see it at all. Carlos Narvaez has to go. Why am I still saying Carlos Narvaez? I have no idea. Christian Vasquez doesn't see it until too late and isn't able to get it in the end. I have no idea why I'm still saying Carlos Narvaez because he's on the Red Sox. Don't know where I'm getting that from. So 3-2 again to Basayo is going to be grounded foul off of the ground and then himself a little bit. So it was ball 4. Basayo should have taken that, but he gets a piece of it at least, so he stays alive. So this is pitch number 11 now, I think, of the sequence. Or pit 10, actually. 5 foul balls in this through 9 pitches in this sequence. Pitch number 10 is going to be grounded foul again. So foul ball number 6. So this might actually be Lambert's last batter at this rate, especially if Basayo gets on base. Basayo has been granted a second chance here in his at-bat. See if he can make the Astros pay for it. 3-2 from Lambert to Basayo again is going to be knocked foul again. So a long battle between Basayo and Lambert. Pitch number 12 coming up. It's been 5 straight foul balls from Samuel Basayo. Pitch number 95 will be swung on a miss. Strike 3 on the fastball in the zone. So Lambert eventually gets the out on Basayo. Basayo is 0 for 3 on the night. What is going on with my microphone right now? Basayo just kind of underneath that fastball a little bit. But it was a very well-located pitch there. Basayo not able to get a hold of it. So Lambert does stay in for Dylan Beavers, who is also 0 for 2. Throws a great first pitch curveball there, or slur really. Strike 1. Just clips the outside part of the zone. Been killing the outside part of the zone against Dylan Beavers at the moment. Beavers struck out both times against Lambert so far. Takes down below the zone with a slider, 1-1. But Beavers work himself back into the starting lineup in a regular role after missing a good chunk of the season due to injury. We'll take outside of the four-seamer. Why is that called a strike? What are you talking about? That pitch is like 4 inches off the zone. That is an awful call. My goodness. Jeez, that is terrible. So Beavers, unfortunately, in a 1-2 count here. Should not be in a 1-2 count here, but is unfortunately. No ABS challenges for either team. Foul tips that one. Vasquez not able to corral it, so Beaver stays alive. Will be pitch 100 coming up for Peter Lambert through 5 1/3 innings, and the 1 run given up. Stranded a couple Orioles and runners in scoring position. Left to bases loaded and at first and third. That one is for sure outside. Thank God that's not called a strike. 2-2. So Beavers looking to get on for the first time and try and drive Peter Lambert out of the game. 2-2 for Dylan against Peter. And swing to miss. Strike 3 on the four-seamer above the zone. Strikeout number 10 on the night for Peter Lambert. Will that be the end of his night? Might not be, actually. I think he's going to stay in for Colton Cowser. See if the O's have better luck against the Astros bullpen. Cowser does have a hit against him. One of the 3 hits that Lambert is surrendered at the moment. That one is, again, outside of the zone, but called strike 1 on the changeup. My goodness. Just not a good night for the umpire at the moment. Well, really this inning. That one is fouled away on the slur of 0-2. 2 straight strikes. So Lambert looking to get through another 1-2-3 inning. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunately facing a guy who's been having a great stretch of games at the moment in Peter Lambert. Hopefully they can do better against the bullpen. But Cowser singled last time he was up in the 4th inning. Will knocks one high in the air, but not nearly deep enough. There's going to be a pop out to left field, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Peter Lambert. So 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run given up. That one was earned. 3 walks to 10 strikeouts. O's have stranded 6 runners on base through 6 innings. Gonna need some magic late for the O's. Luckily, it is only a 1-run game at the moment. O's bullpen needs to keep them in it here. Toby Mayo, Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson, 8, 9, and 1 will be the order in the 7th inning. But hey, at least the Yankees lose. The Yankees have lost, so America has at least won. Yeah, it's unfortunate that, you know, they finally get a bit of momentum and like actually look pretty like looking good as a team going to the All-Star break, and then you have the 4 days off, so it's unfortunate there that they kind of lose some of that momentum. But hopefully they can scrounge up a win here. That would be nice. Just gotta put up another 0 in the bottom of the 6th, and then put up a number 2 in the top of the 7th. That would be nice. The Red Sox have officially gotten back to 500 now after winning 11 in a row. I would love nothing more than to watch the Yankees just lose every single game in the second half. That'd be so much fun. Yeah, 11 in a row is insane for Boston. So first pitch, Anthony Nunez is actually still on to pitch for the O's. Throws strike 1 to Christian Walker, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the night. Maybe they try and ride Nunez out for another batter or 2. You got a couple righties in Walker and Altuve. Then Lamont Wade Jr. is a lefty. Swing and a miss on the sweeper from Christian Walker, 0-2. Walker's in danger of going over 3 with 3 strikeouts at the moment. Yeah, Red Sox sweep the doubleheader against the Rays. That's big because the Rays are good. Red Sox surging at the moment. And that one's just a bit above the zone on the fastball. 1-2. So yeah, suddenly the Blue Jays are the worst team in the AL East at the moment. With them slumping and the Orioles playing a bit better and the Red Sox playing much better. And Walker check swing fouls that one. 1-2 again. I had Christian Walker on my fantasy team a couple years ago back when he was in Arizona, and he was good then, but I haven't picked him up since. My current first baseman is TJ Rumfield for the Rockies. He's been really good. But the most at-bats out of anyone on the Astros this season, as Walker check swing. Does he go around? No, just barely. Fastball was well upstairs. Walker almost strikes out on that one, but he holds up. But was originally a Baltimore Oriole for 13 combined games in 2014 and 2015, Christian Walker. Then was on the Diamondbacks in 2017, from 2017 to 2024. Ooh, that one's going to hit him on the hand. Check swing does not go around, so he's going to get to first base, a painful first base. That fastball just ran up and in. Walker's not happy about it. Don't think it hit the bat. But he's half swinging through. Don't think it hit the bat. Think it hit more the hand. Let's see. It's hard to tell, actually. Obviously, the O's know very much about having their batters get hit in the hands of this. Definitely not intentional. I don't think it. I would assume not. Yeah, it does hit him on the hand. It hits him on the hand, then the bat, but hand first. So it is a painful first base for Christian Walker. He was on 2017 to 2024 Arizona Diamondback. So no leadoff base runner for the Astros here. Jose Altuve up to bat. So Walker chatting with his opposite in Pete Alonso. And Altuve grounded into a double play and then flied out in his 2 at-bats so far. Double play would be nice again. That'd be pretty good. I'd certainly like that. I just need to get another 0 here, as Altuve is going to ground this one back to Nunez, who bobbles it. Is going to have to go to first. So what should have been a double play was a slight bobble by Anthony Nunez. Gets Christian Walker to second base, but it is still an out. So it looked like he was trying to, was rushing it a little bit, looked over back to second base, and didn't quite have the ball in his hand. So it is at least an out. Does advance the runner into scoring position for Lamont Wade Jr. So I guess Anthony Nunez is the long man tonight from the looks of it. Coming up on 29 pitches now. First pitch to Wade is a little outside. 1-0. Wade Jr. with a walk in the game, so he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes inside, ball 2. On 30 pitches now from Nunez. Barring a weird double play, Cam Smith would be up to bat after Wade Jr. Would like a double play, no matter what, or some kind of thing. That one is going to be called strike one. That has been the area where the umpire has been calling balls that are, or calling strikes that are in fact balls, like a little bit outside the right part of the zone when lefties are in the box. So at least it benefits the Orioles this time around. That one is below the zone, though, on the changeup. Ball 3. Nunez did walk Yordan Alvarez last inning. 3-1 here is going to be grounded foul on the four-seamer. I think Alonso was saving the umpire from the foul ball there. And yeah, it was just a little foul, and Alonso kind of runs into the umpire a little bit. Luckily, it's all good. Just a little bumping and some smiles, pretty much. So full count for Lamont Wade Jr. against Anthony Nunez here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Astros looking to add on some runs. Orioles looking to keep this a 1-run game. That one is outside, ball 4. So first and second now, one out. So it does bring back the easy double play at least. That is silver linings there. Still not ideal. Drew French is going to go out and chat with Nunez. Not seeing a shot into the bullpen yet by the camera crew, so I don't know if anyone's warming at the moment. But Cam Smith is at least 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, though they were both against Dean Kramer. But the double play is back into effect. That would be very nice. After that, it would be Lucas Spence, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. They're showing the Orioles online auction. Since they got a slight break in the action to promo something. I don't think I'll be bidding on any of that. No, I heard that they could get me into the broadcast booth if I want something, so I want to do that. That'd be fun. I want to figure out a way to get into that Masson booth. Do this from the Masson booth. You know, call it with Jim Palmer, Ben McDonald. I'll just replace Kevin Brown. That'll be fun. So first pitch coming to Cam Smith is great pitch on the sweeper there, strike 1. Orioles do have Grant Wolfram and Cam Sanders warming in the bullpen now. So interesting that we're seeing Sanders already up and warming in a close game at the moment. And Smith is going to line this one over, caught on a line by Kobe Mayo, and gets Christian Walker out at second as he tries to dive back. There's a double play. No challenge either. Just a liner right to Kobe Mayo at third. Makes catch, pretty easy catch actually. Throw it to Jackson Holliday at second is in time. 1 pitch, 2 outs there. Gets the Orioles out of the bottom of the 6th with no runs given up. We love that. Absolutely love that. So it will be Mayo, who just made the catch. He will lead off. Jackson Holliday and Gunnar Henderson against... No way they tried out Peter Lambert again. This is going to be someone from the Astros bullpen. I just have no idea. No idea who. And I don't remember the Astros bullpen being all that good. Hopefully they're not as good as Peter Lambert was tonight. Yeah, I agree. The defense has definitely been much better. Definitely much better than early on in the season. I think both for Kobe Mayo and the defense as a whole. Because the defense early on in the season was rough from a lot of guys, but it's been a lot sharper as the months have gone on. Kobe Mayo's looked a lot more comfortable at third base and looked more comfortable at the plate as well. So my guess is they will go with a righty reliever though against. Or I don't know if they go righty reliever because you got Mayo who's the righty, but then Holliday and Henderson who are lefties. So maybe they go lefty reliever if they have a lefty reliever. I assume they do. But that's also the problem is you bring up a lefty reliever for Kobe Mayo, who is the lefty killer, and it is maybe it's part of the reason why you put him in that 8 spot. Is that managerial decisions that you put the guy who crushes lefties in between a pair of lefty batters, and just kind of around. I mean, the Orioles stack the lineup with lefties anyway because they're facing a righty starter, but it's just baseball managerial stuff. That's how it goes. So it's I forget if it's Steven or Sean Okert. I think it's Steven Okert is going to be the pitcher for the Astros. Where is your... yeah, it's Steven Okert. Okay, yeah. 46 games pitched, 2.31 ERA, 46.2 innings pitched, 0.84 whip, opponents hitting 168, batting average, 9.1 strikeouts per 9, something walks per 9, something home runs given up. The graphic going away. Strike 1 to Kobe Mayo as well on the fastball. Okert has given up 5 home runs. So let's make it 6 with a Kobe Mayo shot. He is a lefty reliever. Is Steven Okert. He's been on the Astros for a bit, I feel like. He's got a lot of good numbers on Baseball's Fun. A lot of red there. 3-pitch mix. Mayo's going to swing and miss on the slider, 0-2. Slider, four-seamer, sinker. Slider is the primary pitch for Okert. But Okert's been on the Astros since actually only 2025. I thought he was on there for longer. Never mind. That's a slider inside for ball one. Was on the Giants from 2016 to 2018, the Marlins 2021, 2023, Twins 2024, and been on the Astros since then. Was in that combined no-hitter the Astros threw earlier this season. Throws ball 2 to Kobe Mayo below the zone. So Mayo's worked himself back into a favorable count. Again, hits lefties significantly better than righties. Is 1 for 2 on the night against Peter Lambert, the righty. Takes strike 3 on the slider at the bottom of the zone. So Mayo goes down looking, strikes out for the second time tonight. Second time in a row as well. He's probably looking at something else, I assume. So unfortunately there for the Orioles, because they do lose their righty batter against the lefty reliever. Brings up now, it'll be lefty and Holiday and Henderson against Stephen Okert. Actually, it's going to be pinch hitter Jeremiah Jackson for Jackson Holiday, who's going to swing and miss strike 1 on the slider. So not surprising you go with the righty Jeremiah Jackson here, who's also plays in the infield. Replaces Jackson Holiday, who was 1 for 2 on the night. Played some pretty good defense as well. That slider's a little below the zone. Ball 1. 254 batting average, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs, 674 OPS. Played a lot early in the season to Jeremiah Jackson, but has been more of a platoon guy lately. Will sky this one in the air behind home plate and foul, 1-2. I believe he did get sent down to AAA for like a week or two and got recalled after someone got injured. I forget who, actually. But pinch hitting the season 4 for 8 with a couple doubles for Jeremiah Jackson. Down in the count, though, at the moment. We'll take outside ball 2 on the four-seamer. But has had some clutch hits this season as Jeremiah Jackson. Has also grounded into a lot of double plays, though there's no one on at the moment. Jackson will swing and miss strike 3 on the four-seamer. So back-to-back strikeouts for Stephen Okert. So just kind of overpowers him there on the inside part. Jackson underneath of it. So Gunnar Henderson, who is 0 for 3, wasted a couple opportunities for the O's earlier in the game. Now with nobody on here, will take ball 1 on a slider outside. But Okert's definitely a very good reliever for the Astros. Don't get it wrong. It's not surprising that he's pitching well at the moment. Henderson will take a very well-located slider for strike 1. Has 1.4 WAR as a pitcher. One of the highest-rated pitchers in terms of WAR. Actually, second only behind Peter Lambert. So the top 2 pitchers, basically, for Houston at the moment. Henderson fouls that one back, 1-2. My guess, I don't know who they're going to put in the 8th inning, but Josh Hader, I think, is their closer. We'll see him in the 9th. Unless the O's put up a bunch here in the 7th and 8th innings. But their O's are facing the best the Astros have to offer here in the pitching staff. Henderson takes slider down and away, ball 2. I see a couple message retracted from you, Kevin. So I didn't see them initially. But 2-2 for Gunnar Henderson, looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 at the moment with a strikeout. We'll take outside with a four-seamer. 3-2. Wouldn't mind a walk either from Gunnar. That'll be nice. Just get a guy on base, you know? Don't need a 1-2-3 inning. It's been 1-2-3 innings the past 2 innings for the O's. 3-2 for Gunnar is going to be grounded right back to Stephen Okert. He will throw Gunnar Henderson out at first base. So Henderson 0 for 4 on the night. O's still only with 3 hits and 1 run, 6 left on base. Astros 2 hits on 4, or if 2 runs on 4 hits, 5 left on base. So I don't know if we'll see Anthony Nunez here in the bottom of the 7th, just because he's pitched 2 innings already. And they did have the bullpen warming for the Orioles. Let's go check the scoreboard again, because I bet there's some games that are either done or close to done. Let's see. So White Sox still up 12-4 over the Blue Jays, bottom of the 9th. Marlins Brewers tied at 1-1, bottom of the 9th. Twins up 5-2 over the Cubs, top of the 8th. Padres Royals still tied 2-2, bottom of the 8th. Reds up 4-1 over the Rockies, top of the 7th. Angels up 1-0 over the Tigers, top of the 3rd. Cardinals up 2-1 over the Diamondbacks, top of the 3rd. Nats A's still scoreless, top of the 3rd. Giants Mariners have started scoreless, bottom of the 1st. And the other one that is finished is the Braves winning 15-1 over the Rangers. That's it for finished games. We are in the 7th inning stretch at the moment. And I guess 8 to 9. It's already over 2 hours in this game alone. Pretty long one. Let's see. Yeah, Alcantara pitched all right. Wally's also pitching okay. Yeah. I need more people to watch my videos. Need the YouTube algorithm to help me out. Come on, I post my thing and it's only got 2 views. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like the roof's on there, I think. Yeah, maybe it's off. I don't know. I can't quite tell. But it is bottom of the 7th inning. Should be someone up to bat. I think it's Lucas Spence. Yeah. Spence against Grant Wolfram, who will ground the first pitch up the middle, actually. Wow, that was perfectly placed for his first hit as a major leaguer. Just bounces that one right up the middle, pretty much, right side of the bag. Because Jeremiah Jackson was shaded to the wrong part. But that one's just beaten right into the ground. And yeah, Jeremiah Jackson shaded well on the pole side. So there's no chance for him there. So Lucas Spence earns his first hit of his big league career on the first pitch from Grant Wolfram. Brings up Christian Vasquez, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Get a ground ball double play here. Those have already turned 2 double plays on the night. First pitch as Vasquez squares to bunt. I think it's taken, I think he went around enough, so it's called strike 1. 35 games for Wolfram's 4.76 ERA, 28.1 innings pitched, 1.27 WHIP. Opponents hitting 268 off him, 10.2 strikeouts per 9, 1.9 walks per 9, 1 home run given up. Is not a guy who walks a lot of batters. Rarely walks batters for Wolfram. Vasquez squares to bunt again. This time it is taken in the dirt. Ball 1. No steal attempt from Spence. So sinker, four-seamer, curveball, sweeper, slider, cutter for Wolfram. So Vasquez looking to try and drive Spence over to second base. Will he square to bunt again on the 1-1? Yes, he does. Will bunt this one very well. Wolfram's only play is at first. So it is a well-executed bunt by Christian Vasquez. So Spence is on. Now he's over to second. That one bunted just right back up towards Wolfram, but slow enough that he had no play at second. Now it is the top of the order. Jeremy Pena up to bat, 1 for 2 with a walk. Pena takes upstairs ball one on the fastball. Was retired for the first time last time by Anthony Nunez after flying out to center field. I believe that's what it is. 1-0 is going to be grounded foul on the curveball, 1-1. So the season will run in scoring position for Jeremy Pena, hitting .286, no home runs, 15 RBIs for Jeremy Pena. 1 out, runner on second at the moment. Astros looking for run number 3. O's trying to keep this a 1-run game still. That one is a little below the zone on the 4-seamer. 3-1. Or no, 2-1, sorry. They just updated that graphic really quickly. So Lucas Spence, after his first career hit, is looking to be the Astros' third run. Grant Wolfram trying to throw a scoreless 7th here. That one is a little low and in. 3-1 now, officially. So barring a strange double play here, we will see Yordan Alvarez again, who's reached base all 3 times. 2 hits and a walk. That one is just a little inside, ball 4. I think Wolfram wanted to challenge it. He would have been wrong anyway, so a rare walk for Grant Wolfram. Brings up Yordan Alvarez with 2 on, 1 out. So really looking for a double play here because this is not good news. Showing the Orioles Hall of Fame class of 2026, Storm Davis, Chris Davis, and Jim Russo. Definitely watched a lot of Chris Davis when I was younger. Him and Adam Jones were my guys. And Manny also. Can't forget Manny. But Drew French on to talk with Grant Wolfram here. So mound visit, I think 2 innings a row pretty much. So not ideal, to say the least. So you got fast guys on board in Spence and Pena. And the power hitting and just great hitting overall, Yordan Alvarez. Lefty-lefty matchup here between Wolfram and Alvarez. O's have yet to get Alvarez out in the game. This would be a very good time to start. But Astros with a good chance here to break the game open. Orioles desperately need something to try and keep themselves in the game because the offense has not done much at all. First pitch from Wolfram to Alvarez is in the dirt. Ball 1 on the slider. No advance by either runner. Good pick by Adley. And he's trying to tell Wolfram to chill out. Trying to throw too hard, too much, maybe. Obviously, the intimidation factor of Yordan Alvarez is pretty high, but gotta get him out somehow. That's what your job is. That one is skipped in the dirt again. Adley Rutschman with another good block. 2-0. Walk would load the bases for Itzhak Paredes, who is 1 for 2 on the night with a sac fly. It's like trying to figure out why he only had 2 things listed, but he had a sac fly. That's what the other thing was. 2-0 Alvarez is up and in, ball 3. The Wolfram, who is usually good at not walking batters, is now in danger of walking the second batter in a row. Alvarez not quite as good against lefties, though still hitting .286 with an .896 OPS, 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. That's his bad split, by the way. That one's a strike, 3-1. Yeah, I think most batters would like that against their the side they're supposed to be good against for their usual way they're hitting. Yordan Alvarez is just that good this season. 3-1 to him is going to be knocked foul, 3-2. So Wolfram's worked himself back into the count. So ideal scenario here, as always, is ground ball double play. Next closest would be a strikeout. Otherwise, just kind of a fly out is good after that, but that would probably advance a runner to third. But I mean, honestly, I'm good with a strikeout here. That would be nice. 3-2 is upstairs, ball 4. No swing. Bases loaded. 1 out still. Wolfram not doing great at locating the zone at the moment. Craig Albarnaz is going to come out, so this will be the end of the night for Grant Wolfram. He leaves the bases loaded, only gets 1 out. So not a sharp night from Grant Wolfram, who's usually pretty good. O's will turn to their bullpen again in a dire situation. Astros with a chance to blow this game open. O's need a miracle. Not sure who they're going to go with. Maybe they go with Yennier Cano because he's a ground ball pitcher. That's going to be my guess. My prediction is Yennier Cano, even though we didn't see him warming the bullpen. We saw Cam, what's his name? Cam Spence? No, Cam Sanders warming the bullpen. So I don't know if they want to go for Cam Sanders in this type of situation, given that it would be his first ever appearance for the Orioles this season. But not good. Not good at all. 7 walks on the game for the Astros tonight to just 5 strikeouts. Those with 3 walks compared to 12 strikeouts. Everyone but Adley and Kauser have struck out for the O's as well, which is not good. Showing more World Cup commercials. It's going to be over soon. The third place match is tomorrow between England and France, and then the World Cup final is, I believe, Sunday against between Spain and Argentina. Pretty sure it's Sunday at least. It's a Pokemon Go night. I might have to go to that. Tuesday, August 4th. Am I around to that? I might have to go to that, dang. Because I do play Pokemon Go a lot now. I actually caught a shiny Nihilego. I might have said that before on stream. But when I went to the O's athletics game back in May, got a shiny Nihilego at the ballpark. It is, in fact, Cam Sanders. Pitched 9 games with Pirates, 8.63 ERA, so not exactly the type of numbers you want to see in this type of situation. Gets Isaac Brady's swing at the slider. Strike 1, though. So, welcome to Baltimore, Cam Sanders. Go try and wriggle out of a jam here. Bases loaded, only 1 out here against 3, 4, 5 and the Astros. That one skipped in the dirt. Ball 1. 4-seamer, slider, changeup, and sinker. Actually has decent-ish baseball savant graphs, but this is interesting, to say the least. 1-1 to Paredes is going to be swung on and missed. Strike 2 on the 4-seamer, 96. So it is certainly something here. But he's ahead 1-2 at the moment against Itzhak Paredes. Maybe hunting strikeout here. And Paredes going to line this one foul, just barely. So we go again at 1-2. No damage on that pitch. Very close to being bad. But interesting with a fully rested bullpen that they go with Cam Sanders here. 1-2 is going to be knocked up in the air and foul. And is it going to hang in the ballpark? No. We go again. And I agree, Kevin. Let's pray. This is tough. Very tough. O's need to limit the damage here if they want to stay in this game. Benz is still ahead 1-2 against Itzhak Paredes. 1 for 2 with a sac fly. Will ground this one just foul again. Lost his bat as well. So Paredes staying alive. Slider that Paredes basically just to throw the bat at to try and cover. which he was able to do. But barring a double play, it will be Christian Walker up to bat after this. So in his first appearance for Baltimore, Cam Sanders on the 1-2 against Itzhak Paredes. Strike 3 taken right in the zone on the slider. Wow. Just breaks in the slider right in front of his face. Sanders gets strikeout, now 1 away. Christian Walker over 2 with a pair of strikeouts and also a hit by pitch. Takes up and in. Sure, he's not happy about that. 1-0. Got hit by a pitch last inning on the hand. Luckily, seems to be okay enough. Swings and misses on the slider. 1-1. So Sanders certainly not out of it yet. Still bases loaded. 2 outs, though. 1-1 against Christian Walker. Dangerous hitter is Christian Walker. Sanders going to need to find his best. Check swing. Does he go around on the skipped slider? Yes, he does. Strike 2. Great pick by Adley as well. Let's see. Yep, that is a swing. I agree. That one. Good breaking ball there. Career with bases loaded. 301 batting average, 2 grand slams, 74 RBIs for Christian Walker. That is a very good number right there. Takes below the zone with a slider. 2-2. Good take from Christian Walker. So, very big moment in this game here. Can Sanders find his way out of it, or can the Astros find a hit? That one is below the zone with a fastball. 3-2. Sanders now in danger of walking in the 3rd run, which is how the O's got their only run so far on the night. Would really not want to walk. That would suck. But the runners will be off and running. Sanders on the 3-2. We fouled away on the fastball. We go again. So, huge. Sanders got to find his pitch. Does he go back to the slider? Does he stick with the fastball? 3-2 count for Christian Walker here. It is going to be knocked high in the air, behind home plate. Does it stay in play for Adley Rutschman? Yes! Cam Sanders from out of nowhere strands the bases loaded with 1 out coming in. We are still 2-1. Orioles catch a huge break there. Rutschman, Ward, Alonso up to bat in the top of the 8th. Offense needs to wake up because the pitching has honestly done its job tonight. They've kept them well within the game. Offense needs to start to wake up. Good work there, Cam Sanders. Coming out of nowhere. Who cares if you have a 9 ERA? Great work. I'm going to get some more water real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. Big exhale, Kevin. Big exhale right there. So Sanders pulls 2/3 of a Rico Garcia with that one. Rico had that last year in his, I think it was in his debut for the Orioles last year against the Red Sox in September. came in, bases loaded, no outs in the 7th or the 8th in Fenway, and I think struck out the side in a game. I actually called on my podcast, which was fun. That was Samuel Basayo's first career RBI as well, I believe, on like a bunt single that he had. That wasn't a walk-off, but is the game winner. So Brian King on to pitch for the Astros. 2.93 ERA in 40 games, 43 innings pitched, 1.3 WHIP. Opponents hitting 248 off of him, 6.9 strikeouts per nine. I think only 3 home runs given up. Adley Rutschman now batting from the right side against the lefty reliever. Takes a sweeper, ball one, just a little inside. 1-0 to Adley is called a strike on the four-seamer. That was a little outside. So Brian King, where are you? There we are. Adley will line this one over into right field. That will get down, I think, for a base hit. That is a ground rule double for Adley Rutschman. First extra base hit for the Orioles tonight, just inside the fair line. So first base run of the Orioles have gotten in a couple innings. Orioles had been retired 10 in a row before that. Just laces a fastball the opposite way, and it skips into the stands for a ground rule double. Slices, slices, slices. But yeah, that is a fair ball. It skips into the stands. So Adley is in scoring position here. Nobody out. Top of the 8th. Brings up Taylor Ward, 0 for 2 with a walk. Will line the first pitch high in the air, deep left field. That is gone. Home run Taylor Ward on the first pitch. 3-2 Orioles. From out of nowhere. So the momentum has completely shifted for the Orioles in their favor. It was bases loaded, 1 out. Astros had everything going for them. Pitcher with a 9 ERA comes in his first appearance for the Orioles. Cam Sanders gets 2 outs, strands the bases loaded. Now on the first 2 batters in the top of the 8th, Orioles take the lead. I haven't even gotten to what pitches Brian King throws yet. He's only thrown 4 pitches. He throws a 4-seamer, sweeper, sinker, and changeup. Should probably figure out how to throw a pitch now. Throws a striker now to Pete Alonso, but he's given up 2 runs. So Taylor Ward with home run number 7 on the season gives the Orioles their first lead tonight. Alonso will foul this sweeper away. He's down 0-2. That looked like not even sure what pitch that was. That was... might have been a sinker that just didn't really do all that much. Alonso fouls that 4-seamer away. But Ward just demolished that pitch to deep left center field. Didn't need a Crawford box shot there. That was well gone. Alonso will check swing. Does he go? No, he does not. Fastball upstairs. 1-2 now is the count. The O's going to now have to figure out how to hold a lead through 6 outs. Alonso takes downstairs, sweeper 2-2. But also probably trying to look to add on some more insurance runs against Brian King, who has blown the lead for the Astros here in the top of the 8th and has now thrown 3 straight balls to Pete Alonso. Sweeper in the dirt, 3-2. The O's offense finally finds its rhythm here as Alonso's going to swing and miss, though, right as I say that on the sweeper. He goes down swinging. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. 2 strikeouts. Good sweeper there. Alonso just misses it. King gets his first out. Brings up Samuel Basayo, who's 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Up against a lefty. Basayo will ground the first pitch over shortly to Jose Altuve, who's going to scoop it and just barely get Basayo out at first. Walker has to do the splits. Lucky that Basayo's not a very fast guy. So close, but no cigar for the Orioles there. It's a slow grounder But unfortunately for the O's, they did not have one of their. They had probably their slowest runner in Samuel Basayo. I'd say either him, Pete Alonso, or Jeremiah Jackson are like the three slowest on the team. Maybe Adley as well. You get Basayo for his power, not his base running abilities. We'll get Leody Taveras pinch hitting for Dylan Beavers. Taveras, the switch hitter, will bat from the right. So this is not the last chance for the O's offensively. They'll have the top of the ninth as well, no matter what. That is a fastball outside called strike one, but Leody wants to challenge it. He would have been right, but the O's don't have any challenges. So unfortunate there. But that it should be ball one. Should have been overturned to ball one, but the O's don't have challenges. Unfortunately, that one is certainly outside ball one for sure now. 1-1. But I mean, you can't fault Leody too much because he's been on the bench, so he might not be really keeping track of the ABS challenges. Leody fouls that sweeper away 1-2. And no matter what, the Astros are going to bat twice, or in 2 more innings, bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th. Those will have the top of the 9th at bat. Leody takes upstairs a 4-seamer 2-2. But would certainly like another run here. I agree, Kevin. 2-2 to Leody is going to be grounded over to Christian Walker at first. He is going to put Leody out at the bag. So after the 2-run home run, it is a 1-2-3 inning. But the Orioles take the lead on the long shot from Taylor Ward. So now we probably see some combination somewhere between Yennier Cano, Tyler Wells, and Andrew Kittredge. Between those three, I assume. I don't know who for sure. But considering that, I mean, there's Kittredge, Wells, maybe Rico Garcia as well. It's really anyone but Albert Torres, pretty much, because he's the long man. But it will be someone up to bat for the Astros. I want to say it's it should be Spence again, right? I think. Or no, it's because it's Spence, then Vasquez, then Pena got on. Or Pena got out, and then Alvarez. Might be Jose Altuve, actually. Yeah, it's Jose Altuve. That's who it is. I think he's up to bat now. Yeah. So it'll be Altuve, Lamont Wade Jr., and Cam Smith up to bat, barring pinch hitters. Why did I go to fantasy football or fantasy baseball? What was I looking at? I don't know. Let's go. I was actually going to go to Twitter to go check the. Anyway, I'll do that later. Out of town scoreboard. So Marlins and Brewers is now bottom of the 10th, still 1-1. Twins still up 5-2 over the Cubs, bottom of the 9th there, 2 outs. Padres and Royals, top of the 10th, tied 3-3. Reds up 6-2 over the Rockies, bottom of the 8th. Angels still up 1-0 over the Tigers, top of the 5th, actually. Cardinals, Diamondbacks tied 2 apiece, top of the 5th as well. Nats up 4-0 now over the A's, middle of the 4th. Giants and Mariners scoreless, top of the 3rd. Other games that have ended... Actually, none of the other games have ended at this point. No, the White Sox Blue Jays games ended. That game ended 12-4. But all the games that have been scheduled to start today have started at this point. The O's find some late inning magic to find the lead for the first time tonight. Now the bullpen needs to do their job just a little bit longer. 6 outs left to go. Andrew Kittredge up to pitch the O's here in the 8th. Got a couple saves against Kansas City. 29 games pitched, 4.32 ERA. 25 innings pitched, 1.28 whip, and some other stats that disappeared. Andrew Kittredge was on the team last year, then was traded to the Cubs at the trade deadline, and then re-signed with the Orioles this offseason. First pitch to Jose Altuve is going to be grounded foul on the slider. Slider, sinker, 4-seamer for Kittredge. Last 8 appearances, 7.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 2 saves for Kittredge. Started off the season injured. Had a really bad first outing against the Yankees when it came back, but has been better and better since. This throws strike 2 now on the sinker in the zone to Altuve, who's 0 for 3 on the night. Obviously, things could certainly change depending on how this goes, but it's been a better stretch for Kittredge as of late, ahead of Altuve here. And that one is a slider outside, no swing, 1 and 2. Hello, Felix. Who do you think will win? How much time is left? I'll get to that after this pitch. That one is a little outside on the slider, 2 and 2. Well, I would certainly like the Orioles to win. They're up 3-2 at the moment. It's the middle, or well, actually, the bottom of the 8th inning now, if I update the box score here. So this is very close. This has been a really close game. This could go either way. That's my opinion right now. That one is just a little low zone on the slider, 3 and 2. So 0-2 to 3-2 now against Altuve. Altuve will take his time as well. Jose has not struck out in the game, though. Has grounded into a double play. Does not have the ability to here since there's no one on base. But would love a strikeout. That would be nice. There's a strikeout. Right in the zone. Slider drops right in there. No swing from Jose Altuve. He goes down looking. There's out number 1. 5 to go for the Orioles pitching. And Altuve was looking at something else, I assume. And knew it right away. So that is strikeout number 7 for Orioles pitching tonight. First pitch to Lamont Wade Jr. is outside with a sinker, ball 1. 2 walks for Wade Jr. and a ground out. So no hits yet for Wade Jr., but has reached base twice. Takes ball 2 on a slider in the dirt. But could really use a 1-2-3 inning right here from Kittredge. I'll save my comment for after this. Ball 3 now to Lamont Wade Jr. 3-0 at the count. Basically, coming into this inning, Yordan Alvarez was scheduled to bat 7th in the order. So it was if you get 1-2-3, 1-2-3, you wouldn't have to face him. That one is a 4-pitch walk to Wade Jr., so that is 3 walks in the night for him. Still potentially don't have to face Yordan if you get a double play coming up. But other than that, it would be Yordan at some point in the 9th or in the 8th if things go bad here. But would love a double play. That would be huge for the Orioles right here. Cam Smith 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch is going to be lined high in the air, but not nearly deep enough, so it will not be a double play. But it will be an out, an unproductive out at least. So the unfortunate news is that Yordan Alvarez will bat at some point in this game no matter what. Whether it be in the 8th or 9th is to be determined. But Lucas Spence up to bat now. Yeah, no matter what, unless bases are loaded, walk Alvarez. I agree. I certainly agree. But you got to get through Lucas Spence here first, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Got a single last time he was up. Gets strike 1 there on a sinker at the top zone. Good pitch there from Kittredge. So no idea who the closer would be for the Orioles, unless they give up runs here. Let's hope that does not happen. Don't want to jinx it. Gonna knock on wood. That is foul tip strike 2. Not knocking on the wood of my desk. No runs given up here by Kittredge. No runs at all. Please. I'd very much like there to be no runs. Let's keep this at a 3-2 game, you know? End it at a 3-2 game. O's win, that would be nice. So the 0-2 is going to be fouled off of himself slightly. So we go again. But for the O's batting, it will be Colton Cowser, Coby Mayo, Jeremiah Jackson, barring a pinch hitter somewhere in the top of the 9th. Kittredge in the 0-2 against Lucas Spence at the moment. Skips that in the dirt. Good pick by Adley. He's been having a great night behind home plate defensively. Kittredge with a glorious beard. Looking to get out of the inning here. Big, beautiful beard. Shout out Cinnamon Wins. You know, you know. 1-2 against Lucas Spence is going to be knocked high in the air, but pretty deep. Warning track, but not deep enough. Colton Cowser makes the out. Scoreless 8th inning for Andrew Kittredge. Does it give up the walk? So it'll be Christian Vasquez, Jeremy Pena, Jordan Alvarez as the batters in the bottom of the 9th. That third batter in Jordan is the key one. Don't know if it's going to be Rico. Don't know if it's going to be Cano. Could be Tyler Wells as well. We've seen him be more in the closer role as of late. Don't know for sure. Game is for sure not over. Nowhere close to being over. This could go either way, which is not good for my stress levels because this is a very stressful game, but at least the Orioles are winning at the moment. That's the good part. Taylor Ward with that 2-run home run has completely flipped the script at the moment. But an insurance run here would be so big. Yeah, I agree, Kevin. Honestly, they should just intentionally walk Jordan. Don't even have the pitcher pitch, just intentionally walk him. I don't care if it loads the bases, just intentionally walk Jordan. Do not he will beat you. It's just a given. They've not gotten him out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Don't just walk him and then go after Paredes. I mean, it would yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's what I want because this is the likes. Yeah, let's go read it. So Colton Cowser will be up to bat here in the top of the 9th. Eniel De Los Santos, the pitcher for the Astros, 41 games pitched, 4.33 ERA, 43 and a 2/3 innings pitched, 1.15 whip, opponents hitting 240, 5 home runs given up, 8.2 strikeouts per 9, 2.1 walks per 9. Got it this time. Cowser will knock one pretty high in the air, but not quite deep enough. I got excited for a sec. A little underneath that. Thought it was going to be kind of like the same thing as last inning where they ambushed quickly, but not quite to be that time around. Kobe Mayo will be up to bat this time. So Mayo singled his first time up and was eventually driven home on the bases loaded walk, then struck out, and they just put a tilde on the last one, which I think was not supposed to be. I think it was actually a backwards K. Yeah. Cowser got a lot on it, just more under than outwards. Mayo ahead 1-0 against De Los Santos, so I'm going to have to look up his pitch arsenal. Mayo's going to do the same thing, pop this one up, though this one's on the infield. So 2 up, 2 down on 3 pitches for Eniel, the righty reliever. I believe he throws really hard fastballs, if I remember correctly. Actually, not super hard. I'm thinking of someone else then, but yeah. 4-seamer, slider, and changeup. Jeremiah Jackson, who is 0 for 1 on the night so far with a strikeout after pinch hitting for Jackson Holiday. He is up to bat here. First pitch is going to be down and away. Ball 1 on the slider. But changeup is something De Los Santos mostly throws to lefties. Slider mostly to righties. Tyler Wells is the man in the bullpen for the O's. Jackson swings and misses on the slider, 1-1. So it looks like Tyler Wells is going to be your closer for tonight, barring a huge out-of-nowhere explosion from the Orioles offense, which I don't think will happen. Would be nice if it did, but I don't think it will. Check swing, does he go? No, 2-1. That'll be a big power throwing righty against the 9-1-2 of the Astros. Jeremiah Jackson swings and misses on slider, 2-2. Is Mayor everyday third baseman pretty much? I think so. I mean, you probably have, I don't know if you put Jeremiah Jackson at third. Just looking at the depth chart. And I think like they brought up Christian Encarnacion Strand, so he might sub in on occasion. But I think for most part, it is going to be Code Mayo riding at third base. That one is below the zone, ball 3. I don't know if they're going to throw Jackson Holiday over at third. Maybe they do. I wouldn't mind seeing Gunnar Henderson at third base and like put Holiday at shortstop. Maybe Jeremiah Jackson at second. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That one is outside, ball 4. So from 0-2 to a walk for Jeremiah Jackson. The 9-hitter is on for the Orioles. We'll bring up Gunnar Henderson. Maybe looking to add on some insurance here. He's 0-4 on the night. Still looking for his first hit. But a pop out, fly out, strike out, and a ground out. So a little bit of everything for Gunnar. Not good, though. Henderson on the first pitch will take it all the way. Strike 1 on the changeup. I would like to see him be an everyday player, too, Kevin. It would be nice. So I think Code Mayo's got the stuff. I think he just needs more time to simmer, pretty much. Changeup actually, De Los Santos, there's a lot to lefties. That's a 4-seamer, though. Up and away, ball 1. Should Gunnar Henderson reach, it will be Adley Rutschman, who doubled back in the 8th inning. Or back in the 7th inning, right? No, it was in the 8th inning. Yeah, it was in the 8th. And then was homered in by Taylor Ward. Henderson will swing and miss on the 4-seamer 1 and 2. So De Los Santos a strike away from getting out of the top of the 9th with no runs given up. Henderson looking to try and find something here in his first game out of the All-Star break. Pickoff attempt is close but not in time. Astros looking to challenge, maybe. Oh, might have been out. Calls field is safe. Think they are going to challenge this. This might be overturned, unfortunately, which would really suck. No real harm in challenges here. This might be overturned, unfortunately. This is close, but I think this might be overturned. It's hard to tell. But he might be out, unfortunately. Yeah, I think he is out. Which is not good. Not good, Jeremiah Jackson. So unless we get some weird quirk with the replay review and like definitive evidence, I think this is going to be overturned to out 3. And we will go to the bottom of the 9th. Still 3-2. I think the umpire is getting the call from New York. Call is overturned. Runner is out. Unfortunate. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Still 3-2. Gunnar Henderson does not get a chance to try and add runs due to the base running error by Jeremiah Jackson. That sucks. Hopefully that does not come back to bite the Orioles in the butt. Both teams with 5 hits. Orioles with 1 more run at the moment. Christian Vasquez, Jeremy Pena, Yordan Alvarez is your batting order. What is this? All right, one last check at the scoreboard for the other games. Let's see. Padres up 6-3 over the Royals now in the bottom of the 10th. Padres batted in the top of the 10th, so they put up 3 there in extras. Reds up 7-2 over the Rockies, bottom of the 9th. Angels still up 1-0 over the Tigers, top of the 6th. Cardinals up 3-2 over the Diamondbacks, bottom 5. Nats up 4-2 over the Athletics, top 5th. That's not good because I need Cavalli to not give up runs. Giants Mariners scoreless still top of the fourth. And then the Brewers won 2-1 over the Marlins. And 10, Twins won 5-2 over the Cubs in regular time. Tyler Wells is going to have, and he's gotten a couple saves, I think. But he's going to have to find some of his best stuff here against some pretty good batters. So we're bottom of the ninth over in Houston. I think we might get a pinch hitter here actually for Christian Vasquez. So Tyler Wells on to pitch, 35 games pitched, 3.02 ERA, 44 and 2/3 innings pitched, 1.03 WHIP, opponents hitting 221, 9.3 strikeouts per nine, 2.0 walks per nine, 2 of 2 save opportunities. Not a regular closer, but has been successful in both of his attempts so far this season. Pinch hitter is Taylor Trammell for the Astros. First pitch is going to be grounded over to Pete Alonso. That is a foul ball. Just barely. Would have been luckier if it was fair because that would have been out number one. Instead, it's just a foul ball. Yeah, it is a foul ball. Oh, almost skips back fair. Really close, but not quite. Pete was like, oh, that was so close. That's funny. Trammell hitting 230 on the season, 664 OPS, 1 stolen base on the season, 9 walks to 42 strikeouts, 3 home runs, 5 doubles. So 0-1 is the count at the moment from Tyler Wells to Taylor Trammell, the lefty Trammell. Next pitch will be swing and miss, strike 2 on the changeup. Wells throws four-seamer, cutter, slider, changeup, and curveball. Does not throw the slider or curveball at all to lefties. Doesn't really throw the curveball at all, period. Throws the changeup a lot to lefties, which makes sense because it kind of breaks down and away a little bit. I think that's usually how changeups go. But ahead 0-2 against the pinch hitter Trammell is the tall righty Tyler Wells. And when he popped in the air, shallow left field. Gunnar Henderson calls on it for out number 1. Huge out. 1 down, 2 to go. So 3 pitches, 1 out for T. Wells. Henderson does a good job calling off Taylor Ward. 2 to go. Jeremy Pena on to bat, 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. And it's a single, 2 walks, and a flyout to center. So Pena on to bat here for the 5th time, I think. Will fly the first pitch up into foul territory and out of play. Yeah. 5th time around for the leadoff man for the Stros. Has been the run scorer both times for Houston. So really crucial to get him out because then Jordan can't beat you with a swing. He can only tie it with a swing, but you got to get Pena out here. Huge got to get out. Check swing. Does he go around? No, just outside for ball 1. It was just a little outside. The swing was close. Might have been a swing, might not. Don't really know how to define those, but it's not called a swing. So it's 1-1. Next pitch is swung and a miss. Strike 2 on the slider. Great pitch there from Wells. So he's ahead of Pena here. Wells is cold as ice from his look on the mound. We get time called by Jeremy Pena. Can he throw some heat to get the leadoff man out? That is the question. What baseball is all about right here. 1-2 from Wells to Pena. Coming up here on pitch 7 is just outside with a changeup, ball 2. 2-2 now is the count against Jeremy Pena from Tyler Wells. Next pitch is grounded foul. Over to the third base coach. He will toss it into the stands. We go 2-2 now. Again, actually. Same count. Pitch number 6 coming up in the sequence between Pena and Wells. O's looking to win 5 in a row. Astros looking to win the opener of this series and snap a 1-game losing streak. They lost the last one against Texas for the break. That one is a cutter outside, ball 3. So full count now for Jeremy Pena. Do not want to walk him. But Wells to Rutschman will be lined over. That is a base hit. Nope, foul. Thought that was going to be a base hit, but that just kept on turning and turning, so it's a foul ball instead. Very lucky because that would have been an easy double for Jeremy Pena. What it looked like coming off the bat. He just got a little bit out ahead of that changeup. So we go again, 3-2. Can Tyler Wells get Jeremy Pena out here? 3-2 is the pitch. Pitch number 11. We ground it over to Gunnar Henson. Great play at short for the dive. Throw to first base is not in time. Just not quite enough range there. Jeremy Pena makes it on base. Good play to prevent anything more from Gunnar and try and make it, but Pena's just too fast. Nothing you can do there. Tarps off is getting ready. So that does, in fact, bring up Yordan Alvarez. Home run wins it for him. Double play ends it for the Orioles. Don't know if you just intentionally walk him here, but Henderson does all he can. Pena's just too fast. Ball was hit slow enough. Good pick by Pete Alonso as well. Nothing you can do there, unfortunately. Adley's going to come out and have a chat with Tyler Wells. I don't think they're going to intentionally walk him here, but I wouldn't mind pitching around Yordan here, even if that gets Jeremy Pena at second. Apparently, this is the first time Yordan and Wells are facing each other. 3 balls to 8 strikes for Wells so far. But Alvarez has yet to be retired by an Oriole so far tonight. Double to start the game, single in the 3rd, walk in the 5th, walk in the 7th. Again, home run ends it in favor of the Astros. Double play ends it in favor of the Orioles. Anything else we play on. Let's hope for a double play, but I wouldn't mind just pitching around Yordan here. First pitch is right in the middle of the zone, taken all the way, strike 1. All right, well, that works as well, I guess. 0-1 on Yordan. I wouldn't recommend throwing that pitch again, because I think Yordan's probably going to knock that next one out of the park. But hey, it's a strike. Next pitch is popped in the air, in foul territory, and just out of play from Kobe Mayo. 0-2. I think that's Kobe Mayo, right? He's got a little facial hair this time. He's usually clean shaven, but now he's rocking a pretty bad goatee. But yeah, just barely over the netting. Yeah, I agree. I thought he was going to... I think he was thinking those were going to walk him as well. I don't think he was expecting fastball middle for the first pitch. So 0-2 on Wells. Do not throw anything in the strike zone, please. Oh, foul ball. That one was kind of breaks through the strike zone. Yordan gets a piece of it. Wells is clearly not afraid of Yordan at the moment. He's not trying to throw anything too out of there. Wouldn't mind a strikeout here, obviously, but just don't mess around with Yordan. Really, don't try and be cute. This one is upstairs. Cutter, no swing, ball 1. So barring a home run or double play, Itzhak Paredes would be up to bat after this. Again, let's hope for a double play. Strikeout also would be nice. Wells ahead in the count, 1-2 at the moment. Next pitch is going to be knocked high in the air, but not nearly deep enough this time. Colton Cowser calls it in shallow center field for out number 2. Huge out number 2 gets Yordan down for the first time tonight. Game is obviously not over. Itzhak Paredes can still win it with a homer or extend it with a hit, but that is critical. A huge out, number 2. So Paredes batting from the right side. You have the short porch in right with the Crawford boxes. Paredes 1 for 3. Does have a strikeout. And a sac fly. Runner on first still. That one is up and in. Nearly hits Paredes. 1-0. So 1 out to go for the Orioles. 1 run for the Astros. Down. Winning run is at the plate. Tying run at first base. 1-0 count at the moment between Wells and Paredes. Next pitch is down, away, slider, ball 2. Should Itzhak Paredes reach, it will be Christian Walker up to bat. He's 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. So single into the first did Paredes, sac fly, then foul out, and then strikeout looking were his 4 at-bats. And a 2-0 count at the moment. Takes upstairs, ball 3 with a cutter. I could honestly see him swinging here at 3-0. I can maybe see him doing that. So in no way is this game over for Tyler Wells at the moment. He still needs to find some more magic. Down 3-0 against Paredes. Next pitch is down. Good. 4-seamer at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Doesn't make it easy for Paredes to swing there. Does not swing anyway. So the strike. Next pitch on pitch number 21 for Tyler Wells here at the bottom of the 9th. Is going to be in there. Strike 2 on a changeup, bottom of the zone. Orioles are a strike away from winning it. Perfect pitch right there from Tyler Wells. Absolutely perfect. Bottom left corner of the zone. Just drops right down in there. Another one of those would be ideal. Full count here. Wells against Paredes. The runner will be off. 3-2 pitch will be a little bit below the zone, ball 4. Changeup got a little bit too low that time. Runners on first and second now. Christian Walker up to bat. So the winning run is at first. Tying run is at second. A hit past the infield will tie the game almost certainly. Walker does not have a hit yet, but he is a very good hitter. Drew French is going to come on and chat with Tyler Wells, who's gotten 2 outs and walked 2. 8 balls to 14 strikes. So it is coming down to the wire. I also don't really want this to go to extras because it's already 11:20 at night. This is a long game. The game started by Dean Kramer and Peter Lambert. Kramer only goes 4 innings. Lambert goes 6. Taylor Ward with a 2-run homer in the 8th inning to give the Orioles the lead here. Christian Walker can potentially be the hero for the Astros. We get a pinch runner on first as well. Not quite sure who that is, but he looks like he's 12 years old. Number 20. Do you have numbers? I can't tell. Anyway, first pitch from Wells to Walker is in there. Strike 1, 4-seamer right in the left part of the zone. Is it Nick Allen? Yeah, Nick Allen is the pinch runner for Houston at first. So 0-1 from Wells to Walker. Next pitch is, and he swung and a miss, strike 2, fastball upstairs. Wells quickly ahead of Christian Walker, who has struck out twice in the game. Can Wells finish him off? On pitch number 25 coming up. This one is down, taken, ball 1, slider. Understandably does not go in the zone for T. Wells. Walker wise to it. Again, winning run at first for Houston, tying run at second. Wells 1 strike away from ending this. Now it is upstairs, no swing on the cutter. 2-2. Should Walker reach, it would be Jose Altuve up to bat. Let's hope that does not happen. So let's just get Christian Walker out here. Let's send him home. Come on, Wellesley. Let's do this. Oh, Masson Graphic just got a brain fart. And that one is going to be fouled away. Someone pressed the wrong button on the Masson Graphic. It's now gone away because they accidentally pressed the bases loaded button. Which is, I don't know if they know something we don't. It's just a 1-2 count at the moment. We don't have our graphic right now. Or, well, Masson doesn't. They do have the video feed at least. Oh, it's back now. Still says bases loaded. This is not the case, though. 2-2 is the count, still. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back behind home plate again. So I wonder when the Masson interns are going to realize that they have the graphic wrong. There is not a runner on third, thankfully. Oh, they figured it out. They got it. We're good now. 2-2 still. Tyler Wells pitch 29 coming up in the inning against Christian Walker. Next pitch is swung and a miss. Strike 3. Tyler Wells escapes. The Orioles come from behind, win their 5th in a row, take the series opener against Houston. My goodness. What a game. Sometimes you don't need a ton of hits. You obviously would like a lot more hits than that, but Taylor Ward with the game-winning shot right there. The Orioles bullpen puts on a clinic. After a inefficient outing from Dean Kramer, though, only does give up 2. The Orioles bullpen only gives up 2 total hits through the next 5 innings combined. They do give up a lot of walks, though. They gave up 6 walks in those 5 innings, but did get 3 strikeouts, one between Sanders, Kittredge, and Wells. Give immense props to Cam Sanders coming in first game as an Oriole. Bases loaded, 1 out there in the bottom of the 7th. Gets out of the jam. Orioles pull a Houdini act. Leave 11 on the base to the Astros. Their 5th straight win for the Orioles. They are only 4 games back now of 500. They have a chance to build on their winning streak tomorrow. Let's go. So this is the game that the Orioles lost a lot early on in the season. You know, they go down. It's a tight game. Usually, like, it feels like these games, they'll keep it close and then the bullpen will just blow it. This time it was not the case. And the offense found a way. Taylor Ward finally getting that power streak up a bit more with that game-winning home run. Let's go. O's rallying a little bit here. Love that. All right, so stream-wise, I might stream Sunday for Final Fantasy VII Remake because I didn't stream yesterday because I was busy editing YouTube videos and stuff. But otherwise, next week, it'll be the usual. And next week for baseball, it will be, I forget, I don't know, it might be the Blue Jays? Let's see. The 24th, it will be the Braves, actually, at home for the O's. Yeah, cardiac O's. I agree. But they got it done. They, in fact, got it done there. Braves have slumped a little bit in June, July. So that's good at least, but it'll be interesting. Week after that, I don't know if I'm going to stream because I'm going to a convention at the end of July, and I will probably be extremely tired if I'm even back by 7:05. But I'll see what happens. We'll see. But anyway, for now though, that is for later. For now, that was it. O's win. I love it. I love these. Yeah, I mean, Braves are good, but again, they've been not quite as good as of late, Kevin. They're not quite the same level that they were early on in the season. So we'll see what happens. And hey, O's are riding a 5-game winning streak. It's their best of the season. Maybe they could just keep that winning streak going. Be like Boston, win 11 in a row. That'll be fun. But they got to win the next one. But luckily, they got through some of the best pitching that Houston had to offer in this one, which is good. We'll see if the offense can pick it up a little bit more tomorrow and Sunday. For now, though, that will be it for me for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. As always, Kevin, you've been fun to talk to. Have a good one.